And there we go, indeed. Hello, and welcome back to Doomed. Solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game, with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. Today, the penultimate scenario of the Innsmouth Conspiracy, Silas Marsh takes on the Lair of Dagon. What is Dagon? I actually don't know. As someone who has, looked at this campaign before, I have never played further than A Light in the Fog, which was a scenario we tackled last time on Doomed. If you haven't already seen that, you can check that out on my YouTube channel, or if you're watching this on YouTube, hello, welcome to Doomed VODs. I am really jazzed. As I just mentioned, and as I think Bear's mentioning again, I am generally familiar, at least somewhat, with the scenarios that I play here on Doomed. Not all the iterations of them, not what everything does, but, relatively. And today, I'm going to be tackling something I've never even seen. I mean, I have a sense of what's going to happen. Hopefully not so bad. 2, 4, 7, 8 will define Silas's fate. Shuffle and check the token bag. The 2nd, 4th, 7th, 8th tokens will be the order. Ooh, Agnes. Very cool. 2, 4, 7, 8, huh? Well, why don't we find out all together? Welcome to the Lair of Dagon. I am, as always, incredibly jazzed to be back here on Doomed. I think it's going to be a great scenario. Silas has taken a beating over the course of the Innsmouth Conspiracy, mostly due to, circumstances, sometimes due to foolish decisions. But yeah, I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Silas Marsh is a survivor. Exactly, he's still alive. And I think there was a possibility of just straight dying in the last scenario, so I am pretty excited. Crosshair, I'm going to pull some tokens. 1, so this is the 2nd token, is a 0. I'm going to do it like this, Crosshair. 3, 4, it's a tablet. Yikes. 5, 6, 7, that's a -1. And 8. That's a cultist. Okay. It's actually quite a pleasing little arrangement, isn't it? They look quite nice there, all laid out next to each other. And there's the goodie. Oh, gosh. Okay. What do I have to say about this? This is the 7th scenario in the Innsmouth Conspiracy. We've been playing Silas Marsh solo. I've been looking to take sort of a Blessed Sailor approach, not taking the sort of usual Silas Marsh cards, trying something a little different, trying something a little more. Yes, of course, Crosshair. I'm here for it. There we go. Yeah, I've been kind of trying to do something a little more thematic, maybe. Silas relying on little more than his skills and his ability to be blessed by the patron saint of sailors. We've got Siren Song here. Siren Song, good afternoon. Welcome to Doomed. We're just getting into the little recap, so it's a great time to be joining us. As I often mentioned, oh, weirdness. Hello. Welcome to Doomed as well. Your old hat around here, weirdness. As I've just thrown out there in the chat, I think it bears mentioning. I am familiar with the game of Arkham Horror, the card game, as you may or may not know. So if you have any questions about what's going on, mechanics, rules, decision making, whatever, if that part of the game interests you, for sure hit me up with questions. I'm focused mostly on roleplay and storytelling, so I might not just define everything I'm doing as much as I'm saying, Silas does this, Silas does that, in the attempt of building a great story. And also in the attempt of building a great story, Silas is basically like walking around in a body cast. I also have 5 experience, which I am not allowed to spend because we're currently in a flashback. And if he earned experience in the last scenario, he wouldn't have had it back here. So, that's not great. Quick recap. Last time on Doomed, Silas made it to the Falcon Point Lighthouse, where he fought his way past some deep ones, past Silas Marsh, a distant relative and lighthouse keeper, and horrible monster, down into the basement under the lighthouse, which was actually some sort of large grotto in which there were, deep ones being maybe bread. It was maybe some sort of entrance to the Esoteric Order of Dagon's hideout. Unclear. He found some information. I think he got... Yes, he got the key to Hanithle. Not sure what that does, though. And got out. He managed to escape, which was pretty intense, if we all recall. Which is very cool. Victory or death? How about victory because of death? And that is where we are. The last thing that happened... Ooh, I just saw each investigator is killed. Oh, there was no, like... I was just going to say, was there some sort of, like, flashback moment? But not really. Let's just jump in, hey? Scenario 7. The Lair of Dagon. Thursday, September 15th, 1927. 1 week earlier. You stand outside the cracked marble steps leading up to the Masonic Hall of the Esoteric Order of Dagon. Now, timeline-wise, I presume what happened was Silas arrived in Innsmouth with Thomas Dawson. They went to look for Elena Harper. They fucked it up. They went out to Devil Reef. They fucked it up. They killed the terror of Devil Reef. Came back, and now we're here. We're investigating the Masonic Hall of the Esoteric Order of Dagon. Before something happened, he got knocked out, and then he, then the events of the present day. Escaping, venturing through Innsmouth, venturing into the car, getting to the lighthouse.
Oh!
Q2, or Cthulhu, if you will. Thank you so much for the subscription. Wonderful to have you with us. Welcome to Doomed. I know that you're new to the stream, but not new to the videos. So welcome to the live stream. I'm really, really, really jazzed to have you here. And for the subscription, that's like honestly fantastic, and I really appreciate it. As I was just saying, Cthulhu, if you have any questions about where we're at, what's going on, etc., 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 just let me know. I think you're a pretty avid viewer, though, so I think we should be okay. All right. Let's dive in. You stand outside the cracked marble steps leading up to the Masonic Hall of the Esoteric Order of Dagon. All of your evidence has led you here. Whatever's going on in this town, the Order is behind it. I know everything. Now that's an elder god I can get behind. You're sure of it, though their ultimate goal remains a mystery. Right, weirdness? The town is eerily quiet as you stand before the building's entrance. Once, this place might have been impressive and opulent. Years of disrepair and flood damage have reduced it to near ruin. Its once white paint is gray and peeling. Many of the pillars outside the entryway are beginning to crumble. Still, it is one of the more intimidating places in Innsmouth, projecting authority despite its decrepitude. No, not authority. Something darker. A looming, unspoken threat. You ready? Agent Dawson asks. His usually calm demeanor has vanished, replaced with a humorless gravity that throws you off guard. This is it. This is where we'll find answers. You're not so sure. Every other lead you followed has led to only more questions, and lots of pain. If the mission failed, skip to intro 3. I'm going to have a really good playthrough of this camp. I'm going to play Innsmouth again after Doomed, straight through, and it's going to go great. Intro 3. You're sure that Agent Harper was kidnapped after she began investigating the Order. Your own investigation might have ended the same way had you not laid low for a week after the townsfolk got riled up. It seems that the Order's influence pervades Innsmouth, from important civic figures to everyday citizens. Finances, religion, politics, everything is wrapped up in this cult's business in some way or another. But why? It wasn't until your investigation of Devil Reef that you truly began to peel away the outer layers of Innsmouth and reveal the rot beneath. There, you found what the Order was hiding, the monstrous creatures that emerged from the depths and prowled the tidal islands, congregating in prayers to some horrific deity. Perhaps it is even the same Dagon worshipped by the Order. I guarantee it. They're gonna be the same. I guarantee it. Check the Memories Recovered section if a decision to lick together is what I was clearly about to say. If a decision to stick together is listed under Memories Recovered, proceed to intro 4. It is, but let's just check, shall we? I've got a few memories here. One of them is a decision to stick together. Greek. Agent Dawson opens the large doors serving as the... I know, Crosshair. Agent Dawson opens the large doors serving as the entrance to the building, and you follow close behind. Inside, the halls are dark and eerily still. Only the faint sound of trickling water lingers in the air. "I don't like this one bit," Dawson says as the front door closes behind you. He unholsters his gun, turns on his flashlight, and scans the room. "We should stay together. Safety in numbers." You nod in agreement. The Order's proven very dangerous, and they surely don't want you poking around in their headquarters. Setup! So we don't get Alina Harper. I'm just going to quickly go through this. A lot of the setup is done by the game mod, so I don't have to do too much. But let's see what it says here. No Intro 5. Intro 5 was if a decision to stick together was not listed under Memories Recovered. But thankfully, well, not thankfully, but it was. So we're sticking together, I think, right? So gather the following encounter sets, keys, place the following locations. We start at the grand entryway. I'm just skipping through the stuff that's here. Check the memory recovered section of the campaign log. If there are 5 to 7 memories recorded, add 2 curse tokens to the chaos bag. I think there's 5 to 7. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yerp. 2 curses, huh? Bastards. Well, that's off to a great start. Okay, so I recovered a bunch of my memories, so I'm cursed. That's cool. Check the memories recovered section of the campaign log. If a jailbreak is listed under memories recovered, search the collection for the suspect circled under possible suspects and set it aside out of play. Pretty sure a jailbreak was there. And I think... where did I put it? Oh, I don't actually know if I messaged, but anyway, or if I, it was Joyce Little was the possible suspect, because I remember that was the episode that was kind of like Clue, which was a lot of fun. So I'm taking Joyce and I'm setting her aside. Don't like the sounds of that. Check the memories recovered section. If an encounter with a secret cult is listed, it is not. Use Agenda 1A, the initiation version 2. So there's different versions of the agendas based on some memories. I've already done that. And then the same thing for this next one here. Joyce, innocent little. Yeah, basically Crosshair. Well, jailbroken, right? She got broken out. If a decision to stick together is listed under memories recovered, search the collection for Thomas Dawson and put him into play under any investigator's control. Huzzah! Use Agenda 2A, which we did. So again, I've already set up the agendas appropriately, but we get Thomas Dawson, baby, because we're sticking together, right? As a reminder, Thomas Dawson, soldier in a new war, gives me +1 will, +1 combat, and he has a reaction ability that when an enemy attacks an investigator at my location, me, I get to draw a card if I exhaust him. So we'll take the +1 will and the +1 combat for sure. I can take every bit of help that I can. That's it, eh? Keys! During this scenario, keys represent the following. Weirdness, I know you love the keys, so I'm going to focus in on that for you. The red key, a crest engraved with a glyph depicting a great sacrifice. The blue key, a scroll detailing some of the Order's activities and secrets. Now Scott would be all up on that. Silas maybe doesn't care. Green, a crest depicting a widening fisheye. Purple, a crest inscribed with a circle of words in an alphabet you do not comprehend. Cheers. The black key, a crest carved with an arcane sigil. The white and yellow keys are crests whose glyphs depict the alignment of celestial bodies. The white key shows the moon overlapping the sun. The yellow key shows the sun overlapping the moon. Interesting. One of the constant motifs throughout the scenario so far, the campaign so far, has been the syzygy, which is an alignment of... I thought it would be on one of these arts. That's why I went over there. Oh, God, you're right, Crosshair. God fucking damn it. Okay, just someone remind me which direction the goddamn moon goes, and we should be okay. Well, that took like an hour and a half, and I still fucked it up. I'm still a little salty. Anyway, the syzygy is a alignment of celestial bodies. So presumably, this alignment of moon and sun is happening in some way which is causing all the events in the town, which is pretty cool. Okay, So we're starting at the grand entryway. Let's read our agenda and our act, shall we? Agenda 1A, the initiation. Ugh. Sweet art, though, am I right? The interior of the old Masonic Hall is eerily quiet, aside from the distant plink of dripping water and the creaking of the building under the weight of your feet. You get the feeling that your arrival may have been expected. 6 Doom. It says forced, when your turn begins, if you are at a fully flooded location, you struggle for air. So when your turn ends, if you did not enter an unflooded or partially flooded location during your turn, take 5 direct damage. How I see this, when your turn starts, you're drowning, you have to get at least into a place that has some air so you can take a deep breath and then you can go on. Make sense? Makes sense. Act 1A, the first oath. We all had to take the Oath of Dagon, and later on there were second and third oaths that some on us took. It's from the Shadow over Innsmouth. Each suspect enemy gets +1 health, loses aloof, and cannot be parlayed with. Free trigger, spend the blue, red, white, or yellow key to discard each obstacle card attached to your location. So if I get a blue, red, white, or yellow key, I can spend them to discard obstacles. Interesting. Objective. If each surviving investigator, that's a good start, is at the grand entryway, and the investigators have unlocked the entrance to the caves, advance. I really like scenarios like this. It reminds me of Tony in the haunted house. It reminds me of... what else? Probably some stuff in Carcosa. I don't know. It's like there are things you need to do on locations, but the game doesn't tell you what they are. You just need to unlock the entrance to the caves, which means, to me, it really evokes this feeling of like, okay, we're here in the temple, what do we do? And you have to just kind of poke around and see. We're starting in the grand entryway, which is connected to some first floor halls on either side. It's also connected up to the foul corridors, which are connected to the second floor halls on either side. And up to the third floor hall. The third floor hall, however, says investigators cannot move to the third floor hall unless an investigator has unlocked the third floor. Okay, pretty chill. That feels like something that we're going to have to do. Right? Yeah, exactly, Crosshair. It's the house, it's exploring the haunted house. All right. Well, we've got 2 curse tokens in the bag, and we've got some, weirdness happening here. But we've got Thomas Dawson as well, so I'm feeling pretty good. Let's draw our opening hand. Let's get doomed. Oh, sorry, I'll point it out before someone asks. I exiled a test of will last game, and because I didn't have the opportunity to spend experience, I couldn't put it back in. So I replaced it with a level 0 card. In hindsight, it was probably not a great level 0 card to pick, but we'll see how it goes down. Okay, I'm pretty much loving this. Favor of the Sun is going to be very useful in the sense of having... Yeah. No, absolutely, Crosshair. It's a good question, though. If you exile a card, you may immediately replace it... Well, immediately. You may replace it... You have to replace it with a level 0 card, because otherwise you wouldn't have minimum deck size. But anyway. Okay, I love this hand, but it's not quite what I want. I want my assets. I want my clue tools. I want maybe a meat cleaver. Brute force is good. That'll stand in nicely. Take heart seems strong. Signum crucis might be useful at like a low shroud location. Yes, we should be very alarmed, weirdness. It's a good point, yeah. So, perhaps a bit foolishly, I think I'm going to toss Favor of the Sun back. I could just keep it for when I have more Blessed tokens, but I think we're going to want them later. So I'm going to keep Courage. No, I'm not. I'm going to keep Take Heart and hope to draw into some better stuff. A weakness? Great. Just going to gloss over that. Sharp Vision. Great, cool. So that's a good starting thing. And Nautical Prowess. Okay. So we're starting with essentially no things to play. We're going in empty-handed. The grand entryway. The lobby is full of old wealth hidden under layers of decrepitude. 2 cracked statues flank the entrance, behind which loom 2 sets of wooden stairs leading up to the 2nd floor. 2 more doors hide under the stairways to your left and right, and a final locked door stands at the end of the hall. Grand entryways connected to each cave location and vice versa. Yee. Resign, action, resign. Awesome. You've had enough of this place. Action. Investigators at the grand entryway spend the purple key and 3 clues. Remember that you've unlocked an entrance to the caves. I believe that is the goal. Yes. So we need the purple key and 3 clues. I'm not going to say no big deal, but where are Silas and Thomas Dawson going to go? I think the best way to do this, I'm putting it in the chat. Just give me a quick second. I'm going to set up a nice little poll for everybody here. Exploring the haunted or Masonic temple. Which way? I almost wrote why way. Left, right, up to the 2nd floor. You can vote with !vote space 0, 1, or 2. If you're watching this on YouTube, we don't know what's gonna happen. For me, I don't know what any of these are, so it doesn't really make a big difference which way we go, to be completely honest. I get to vote, of course. But, okay. Cthulhu knows what's up. So, 0 is going to the left, 1 is going to the right, and then vote 2 is going upstairs. Upstairs. I am waiting perhaps on one more vote. Okay. Alright. Well. Okay. Closing the poll. I think that's everybody. Alright. I mean, that is classic Crosshair Chaos. Cthulhu, I'm sorry you were outvoted. Let's see if you were... Sorry. Cthulhu, the old one, knows everything, and speaks it in the language of Relia that I cannot understand. I'm just joking around. Let's do it. Silas ventures confidently, perhaps, towards the hall to the left. A foul stench emanates from behind the crooked door beneath the staircase. Ah! The Hall of Blood! A classic! Oh, good lord! After the Hall of Blood is revealed, place the set-aside red key on it, because it's a Hall of Blood. Forced. After you fail a skill test while investigating Hall of Blood, take a horror. Now, this is a little heavy because I don't really want to spend sharp vision on this. Red is halfway to purple. Weirdness. Of course, I need the red key and the blue key. Smash them together. Silas enters the door on the left and is perhaps not shocked, but certainly surprised. He kind of touches Thomas to warn him to stay back until they've more thoroughly explored the space, but there doesn't seem to be anyone in here at the moment. Wooden chairs line the walls, far back from an altar or a plinth in the center of the room. There is blood, slick, and perhaps fresh, all over the floor. Silas has seen the blood of the Deep Ones here in Innsmouth, and it is a color that is unnatural. This is a vibrant red blood. Human blood. So that was a move. My second action is going to be to investigate. Let's party. I have 2 intellect. There's 3 shroud here. I'm going to commit nautical prowess, because if you can't swim in blood, can you really swim in the ocean? Doesn't make sense. Gives me an intellect and a wild, so I'm investigating it 4 to 3. A skull. -1 for each key on this card. There are no keys on this card. I think when I spend a key, it goes on the card. So that's a pass. There was no negative... I have to commit it to succeed, though, and I do want to succeed, so I'll leave it committed, and I'll get the clue. Agnes needs to go back to scribing school. It's a symbol. And then I'm going to get the hell out of here. We're going to go back into the grand entryway. Oh, and we'll pick up the red key on the way, shall we? I can't remember what these keys do. A crest engraved with a glyph depicting a great sacrifice. Sort of investigating the room, Thomas Dawson finds under one of the chairs this crest. It's magnificent art, like sort of scribed into the great stone itself, and it seems to depict, as he points out, a sacrifice taking place, which is, of course, exactly what must have happened in this room. They can't get out of there fast enough. Enemy phase, no enemies. Upkeep, we draw a card, we gain a resource. It's a cherished keepsake. And we go, of course, as we always do, to the mythos phase. 1 out of 6 doom. And standing back in the grand entryway, ready to head to the other first floor hall, we're going to draw our first encounter card. Wizard of the Order. Mother. Oh, yes. We've got the cultist set. This is, of course, the Esoteric Order of Dagon. Stepping back into the hall, the creaks of the floorboards under their feet give way to the regular sort of tapping sounds of the marble. And Thomas Dawson, it's his turn now to stick his arm out and stop Silas in his tracks. Do you hear that? Down the hall. Indeed, chanting. The sound unmistakable of a human voice chanting in a room just ahead of them. Arkham card or metal song? I honestly, Crosshair, why not both? Porque no los dos. This spawns at any empty location. It has Retaliate, which is like kind of no bueno. So if you miss attacking him, he hits you back. At the end of the mythos phase, which is now, place a doom on the Wizard of the Order. Quick point of fact here. The new deluxe expansion, the Scarlet Keys, is coming out soon, which is pretty exciting because no one knows what the campaign is yet, what the things, but people are starting to get their copies. So all of the non-spoiled cards are starting to be put out online. If spoilers are not something you want to hear, just block your ears for about 30 seconds, starting now. One of the things in the set is upgraded handcuffs, which is pretty exciting because I think most people think handcuffs are unplayable. But upgraded ones are slightly better, and specifically they allow you to slap them on people like the Wizard of the Order and be like, hey, stop that, which is funny. Okay, spoilers done. The Wizard of the Order is just down the hall. I think Silas is going to go kick some ass. Thank you, Crosshair, as we move back to the mythos phase. Yeah, let's go kick some ass. Thomas Dawson can draw me cards, which is okay. And I also have 5 combats. That's not bad. I don't really want to use... I do want to use brute force on this. I do. We're going to go in and fight him. Silas moves down the hall as quietly as his massive, ripped, shredded body can take him. They pause at the door. Thomas nods once, twice, and then shoulder checks it open, gun immediately pointed inside. Oh, it's the Hall of the Deep. Ugh. In the room, filled ankle deep with dark, freezing water, a man stands at the other end of the room, reading aloud from an old, rotting textbook. He seems to be deep in thought here. This guy's going to engage me as we enter the room. He looks up and screams something in a language that Silas nor Thomas understand, although Silas feels it in his bones. As a man of Innsmouth, he knows that it is some sort of Deep One hybrid language. 3 shroud, 1 clue. Spend the red key. There is an audible click as the crest of blood fits into the stone altar. Put the set aside. Yahanathle statue story asset into play under your control. Cursed side face up. Well, we'll be doing that. After the Hall of the Deep is revealed, increase its flood level. It's partially flooded. I avoided my misdirection attack. Oh, Cthulhu. Here I was thinking all the elder gods were good. Well, this is exciting. Okay. Crosshair's whole thing is like always left, which is quite funny to me. Okay, well, I'm definitely going to want the clue. I'm definitely going to want to do the red key business. But we have to deal with this guy first. The robed figure at the end pulls a curved dagger from a holster near his thigh and runs towards Silas. Thomas Dawson fires a couple of rounds. They ricochet off the wall as Silas heads into the room and tries to dive tackle the man into the water. Let's do it. Let's fight. I have 5 combat. He has 4, but we're going to commit brute force to this test. Yes, we shall. Which is 6, 7, 8 to 4, and if I succeed by 2 or more, it does damage. 2 damage. Do I also want to commit Take Heart? Yes, I do. I don't want to fail, but I can pull one of them back to hand. Yeah, perfect. So let's do it. We're gonna fight at 8 to 4, and I'm weirdly enough committing 2 different things here. Yeah, see, it's a good thing I committed this. So I'm gonna pull the brute force back to hand, but I'm gonna let the Take Heart fire. Silas manages to grapple the wizard, but he is rooted to the spot. Silas almost bounces off of this statue of a man who cackles, raising over his head the dagger that he is about to plunge down into Silas Marsh's back. So he has Retaliate, which means he does a damage, which I put on me. I'm going to exhaust Thomas Dawson to draw a card, and then I'm also going to let Take Heart fire, which draws me 2 cards and gains me 2 resources. I mean, last action, we gotta do that again, right? We gotta kill him. We gotta kill this guy. Get in there. Obviously, tackling a man with this kind of power is not going to work, and Silas reaches out to try to hammer the side of his head, so that Thomas can maybe get another shot off a bit more effectively this time. Let's do it again. We're going to commit Bruce Force. We're going to commit brute force to go 8 to 4 one more time. That's much better. Slam. The fist connects with the side of the wizard's head. He stumbles briefly, and there's another couple of gunshots ring out as Thomas puts bullets directly in the center of the Wizard of the Order. There's a gurgling sound as the man collapses to the floor. Hey, okay. Yeah. Bruce Banner. Hey! Aragwen, you've always been a great fan. Thank you for continuing your support of me today. Welcome to Doomed. Bruce Force actually does sound like perhaps the best friend, the childhood friend of Tornado Macaw Weirdness. You've given me more ideas for streams, which is never good. Aragwen, welcome to Doomed. I'm thrilled you're here. We are... Yay! District 1! Yeah, you like that. Maybe you don't like that. I don't know, but I understand what you're saying. I am super happy to be back. Today on Doomed, Aragwen, we've gone back to the past again, a flashback, as Silas Marsh and his patron? No, the man who hired him, Thomas Dawson, are exploring the temple that is the headquarters of the Esoteric Order of Dagon. So far, they've found a Hall of Blood, and they're about to get some sort of cursed statue. So that's great. Investigation phase is over. We're definitely going to do that. We go to the enemy phase, no ready enemies. Upkeep draws me a card, gains me a resource. And we draw Jacob Morrison, we don't need just yet. Dicky Drifthair. Oh, God. Jeez Louise. We go to 2 out of 6 Doom. Silas takes several deep breaths watching the watching the man's body float face down in the shallow water of the room as he looks around and starts to head slowly for the plinth at the far end on which there rests that book. You draw a card. Fulfill the Oaths. I love the art on this card. This guy is just like, ugh, typical Sunday. Gotta drag another deep one. So good. If it is Act 1, test Agility 3. For each of these skill tests you fail, take a damage. Well, f*** off. I don't want to take a goddamn damage. Ugh. Yuck. I know. Test Agility 3, Combat 2, Intellect 2. For each of these tests you fail, take a damage. In a way, I kind of like it because it could just be test Agility 3. For each point you fail by, take a damage. But this way, you get 3 different tests. That's worse, isn't it? Yeah, it's just straight worse. Okay. Well, I have 4 agility. I don't want to fail. I've got a lucky in hand, so I think I'm just gonna... Do we want a resourceful here? I maybe want to put the meat cleaver down. I wonder what this statue does as well. Anyway, fulfill the oaths is a hazard. I think this is probably the cultist's body is unmoving, but suddenly something ripples across the water, and Silas leaps to one side, hoping to avoid whatever creature is there. 4 to 3. Because I have a lucky, so I maybe don't need to do anything too intense here. Oops, sorry. I like to put all of my cards in order here. So assets, events, and then skills. If I resourceful, I can get the brute force back, but I maybe don't need to right now. So let's just test it. 4 to 3. A skull, which is 0. Pass. He leaps nimbly out of the way, and whatever was in the shallow water slithers by. Okay. Now, something I need to know is what happens to spent keys. Aha, there we go. During the scenario, investigators may be instructed to spend 1 or more keys. Spent keys are placed on the scenario reference card. Okay, so it doesn't matter what they're for. So, action 1. Silas moves over to the plinth, and the yellowing pages of the book are completely incomprehensible. There's nothing in it for him. However, the stone altar behind it has a slot that looks like it was made for the crest of blood. I'm going to spend the red key. Boop. So the skulls are now up to -1. A click as the crest of blood fits into the stone altar. Put the set aside Yahanathle statue story asset into play under your control. Cursed side face up. Classic. There's the statue. I don't like it. Ah, the Yahanathle statue, the mysterious relic. Okay. So, rising out from the depths, rising from within the altar comes a statue. Almost a jade color, some sort of carved stone, intricate stone work, and clearly depicting one of these deep ones. It almost glows with power. Silas takes it, looks at Thomas Dawson, sort of shrugs and said, maybe we're going to need it. Relic, cursed, whatever. Action, spend the blue, white, red, or yellow key to ready the statue and flip it to its other side. Free trigger, exhaust the statue, add 2 curse tokens to the chaos bag, deal a damage to a humanoid enemy at your location. So, if you trouble the gods, they will do something for you, but at a cost. Natch. That's naturally. I do kind of want to now... I definitely want to action spend the blue, white, red, or yellow key to ready it and flip it to its other side. I'm not going to look at the other side naturally. I just want to point out that I definitely want to do that. So that was action 1. I'd love to get the clue and the key and stuff here. I'm wondering if we just play some stuff out really quick. Or at least one thing. Yeah, I'm going to play the meat cleaver. Because even though I now have the statue, that's only 1 damage at a time. So maybe the cleaver will be useful. Yeah, I agree, weirdness. It makes me wonder whether we might get the keys back at some point, like whether the spent keys will go back into the pool of keys that you can get at some point. It's interesting, though, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Silas takes the curved dagger from the place where the cultist dropped it and begins to again look about the room. Do we want to try to get the clue here? Yes, it's a clue. Oh, crosshair, it definitely can. Oh, maybe I shouldn't play I shouldn't play cards in this card game. No, but seriously, it's absolutely the case. Do we want to try to get this clue? I think so. I don't really want to just use sharp vision on a one clue location, but I also probably shouldn't just take a test 2 to 3. I mean, let's try to get this clue. I mean, no risk, no... There's going to be a 2 clue location further on, for sure. But I have more cards in there, so yeah, let's do it. Let's see what Silas's eagle eye vision can sort of see as he goes in here. So I get +3 books, so 5 to 3, and hopefully I can score a clue. -1, so I succeed by 1, which means I get a clue from this location. And a victory point, hopefully. The statue weighs heavily on Silas as he motions for Thomas that they should continue to hunt upstairs. Clearly, the actions of the... I could... Oh, Cthulhu. Thank you. Good shout. Because I don't need the trigger this turn, right? So I can bring Sharp Vision back to hand and instead play Lucky to succeed, because I would have failed by 2. I had 2 intellect, and I would have failed by 2 and got back up. Awesome. I won't always take the best choice of play here, but I do think in this case, I think that's appropriate for the theme, the story here, is that Silas is unable to sort of spot something, but on his way out, perhaps trips over something in the water. Looking down, it is the hand of the body of the cultist grasping that blade that he picks up and starts to head out. That's the end of my turn. So we go enemy phase, no ready enemies, upkeep. We get another Jacob Morrison. I can't play because I already have an ally. Your friend and mine, Thomas Dawson. Mythos phase, we go to 3 out of 6 doom already. And we draw an encounter card here in this room. It's another Fulfill the Oaths. Rough. Okay, well. Well, okay. I feel like this room... What is this room? The Hall of the Deep? It's got like this really strong link to loyalty. There's this feeling that permeates Silas standing in this room. Something about the relic, the statue that he picked up, it calls to him. It makes him want to serve. He can't really describe it beyond that. Let's see if we can get away from this feeling, shall we? Or if he can, pull himself away. Sorry, weirdness is of course referring to the excellent YouTube series Changeling the Streaming, which you can watch on YouTube from RPG Clinic. I really enjoyed playing Braum. I was thinking about that just the other day. Okay, guys, let's party. I have 4 agility versus the 3 of the Fulfill the Oaths. I don't really want to commit resourceful. I mean, it's good to get cards back, but I'd rather commit it to a test that I really... Ugh, I also don't want to take damage, though. So let's commit one of the Jacobs to be 5 to 3. Pow! -2. Good thing I put in a Jacob. Silas manages to drag his thoughts away from the room and steps out back into the grand entryway where they head upstairs to the foul corridors. Behind the door to the hall, muffled footsteps fade into the distance. Is there someone there? How are these all connected anyway? Oh, I see. Because on either side of the Hall of Blood and the Hall of the Deep, they have the other connection symbol. Okay, cool. Foul corridors. This might have been an opulent hall once. Now it reeks of mold and decay. 2 shroud, 0 clues. Action, spend the black key. Remember that you have unlocked the 3rd floor. The black key. The black key isn't one of the ones I can spend to do something with the Yhanathle statue. So, that's okay. Alright. We went left last time. Now, I'm going to regret it, but I am going to go to the right this time. Muffled chanting fills the corridor from behind one of the two doors on the 2nd floor. The reverberation of sound throughout the hall makes it difficult to determine which. Ooh, perhaps there's cultists behind door number 1. Hall of Rebirth. Offer yourself to Mother Hydra and Father Dagon and be born anew. The whispers propose. I love the art here. This is awesome. Look at that. There's like a plinth up at the front being carried by some sort of Deep One statue. It's probably filled with blood, but, well, clearly Crosshair. You were right. After you, 2 shroud, 1 clue. After you reveal Hall of Rebirth, draw the set-aside Apostle of Dagon enemy. Is there just one? Now, presumably, he spawns engaged with me here. The Apostle of Dagon gets +1 health. Ugh. Oh. God. Now, that's the Innsmouth look. Yeesh. Forced. After the Apostle of Dagon enters play, place the set-aside black key on it. So this is sort of a jailer, I guess, who has a key to the 3rd floor. When when Investigator deals 1 or more damage to the Apostle of Dagon, add a curse to the Chaos Bag. Victory 1, 2 combat, 4 health, 2 evade. Not so bad. However, unfortunately, we've moved into this room in the last phase. So cursed. We moved into here on our last action. So as Silas and Thomas enter the Hall of Rebirth, the whispering chanting continues as one man at the front slowly pulls the hood off of his robe, or off of his head, rather, revealing a perfectly shaved head underneath, dark, bottomless eyes, and he begins to march straight towards them, arms outstretched. I could. Do I want to? Yeah. Do I want to? I'd rather do the fewest hits possible. Oh yeah, and I don't want to also put more curses in it because we're going to keep getting curses now, right? Because I have to do 2 attacks. Or a free trigger, 1 attack, and then another free trigger when Investigator deals 1 or more. More like 3 curses. Well, 2 from the statue and then 1 from the fucking Apostle. So I think we're just gonna play this straight. It's coming straight towards us, his arms outstretched. His jaw drops open and the creature screeches, revealing a mouth full of razor-sharp teeth. In the enemy phase, I take a damage and a horror. I put them both on Thomas Dawson because thanks, buddy. Actually, no I don't. I put the horror on me so that I have 3 sanity left. Oh, yep. And I can exhaust Thomas to draw a card, which I will. And we go to upkeep where I draw a card and gain a resource, and it's Dreams of the Deep. Now that's bad. But I think I can succeed at a fight here, which will be good. And get rid of it. The creature shrieks as it pushes towards them, and they stumble back, terrified of the man's immense strength. We go to 4 out of 6 Doom. Let me draw an encounter card. Oh my god, it's another cultist! Ah, the Acolyte! 3 combat, 1 health, 2 evade. This is a classic. 'Twas only a small sacrifice. He spawns at any empty location. After the Acolyte enters play, place a Doom on it. Now, this is a good question. The Doom is gonna... That is a good statue target. It's also going to Did I just put a Doom on? Yes. So in fact, yes, I definitely want to get rid of him ASAP. So I'll put him out here in the foul corridors. This is where it starts going downhill. Earlier than usual weirdness. The chanting intensifies as other cultists venture out into the corridors. Audio Gunner, hello. Welcome to Doomed. Happy to have you here. Silas Marsh and Thomas Dawson are exploring the Esoteric Order of Dagon's HQ. If those words didn't make sense to you, they barely make sense to me. It's a haunted house scenario, kind of. Let's party. We're gonna fight this guy, right? Yeah, we're gonna knock him down. The Apostle of Dagon screeches again as Silas draws the blade from his pocket, desperately trying to get in close to sever its jugular. Fight, fight, fight. Okay. Here's how we're going to do this. We're going to... we're going to fight twice and then hopefully succeed, move out, and kill the Acolyte. All in one go. And then we're going to curse the bag very, very strongly. So, fight. Meat Cleaver. I take a horror. I put it on Thomas Dawson. We are fighting at 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to do double duty here and commit Dreams of the Deep and Unrelenting. Oh boy. Draws me a couple cards. Awesome. I'm really happy I took bandages at the very top of the campaign, because it's not a particularly like great card, but I then drew into leg injury. It's like kind of perfect. I mean, it's okay. Silas doesn't have a ton of options for getting rid of a leg injury. Okay, let's reevaluate that. As Silas lashes out towards the creature, hoping to strike into its flesh, the shrieking, howling noise continues. I drew 2 cards because of Unrelenting. I have 4 combat, 5 with Thomas, 7 with Meat Cleaver, 8 with Unrelenting, 6 Dreams of the Deep. 6 to 2. Si, senor. 6 to 2. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. The Dreams of the Deep goes away. I'll return Unrelenting to my hand. Yeah, I don't need it. The magical up by 4, exactly, Crosshair. That is exactly the thing. There's like a math component that people don't, love dealing with sometimes. I mean, some people love thinking about it because it's part of the game, and some people are just like, I could succeed. When an investigator deals 1 or more damage, add a curse. Excuse me, add a curse, thank you. The blade does indeed sink into the creature's flesh. Exactly. No thanks, Crosshair. Or we play on Expert, and then it's up by 8. And you can still draw the auto-fail. Just redonkadonk. At that point, there's basically just several auto-fails in the bag, right? Like, no other way to think about it. The creature gurgles, but the screeching does not stop as the blood starts to erupt from where the blade enters its neck. Thick, black, oozing. It tries to reach out and grasp Silas around the neck as well. Please? Let's do that again, eh? Let's fight again. We'll take a horror on me this time. What's that? 4, 5, 6, 7 to 2, and I will not... That's actually a really good point, Cthulhu. I kind of love it. Cthulhu, I know you've been following. I made the choice to take his replacement skill and weakness, just because I felt like they were more appropriate for the type of build I wanted to do and the story I wanted to try to tell. The harpoon and the net are like, I mean, I don't think they're necessarily as good, and I just think they're not necessarily as interesting for Silas, you know what I mean? For what I was trying to do here. But that's a really good point, Cthulhu. Yeah, Just take it back to hand. Cheat the Elder Gods. Oh, you sons of guns. All right, we got to fight this guy, right? I don't want to necessarily draw any more cards. I could just I could resourceful here. I'm fighting at 7-2 as it is, which is feeling okay. So let's just do that, eh? Let's just do it. 7-2. Good luck. Cultist? 0. Reveal an additional chaos token. If you reveal one or more curses, you automatically fail. Oh, thank God. Silas catches the man's hand before he can make it to his neck, and throwing it back, he manages to open the creature's gills, neck thing up further. The blade drives in, and the apostle falls down to the ground, dead. Black key. Victory display. I have to put a curse token in the bag, because of course we do. I don't have any interest in the clue on this location for now, so I will do the thing I said I was going to do. Oh yes, thank you, Crosshair. That was the whole point. We're going to head back into the hall. The acolyte chanting, groaning in some language that Silas can't understand. The statue starts to burn in his pocket, and as he removes it from there, the statue's eyes seem to grow in size before an energy leaps out of them and strikes the cultist, who falls down on the ground, dead. I'm going to exhaust the statue and add 2 curse tokens to the bag. So stupid. I mean, so what a dumb play. I mean, just, I'm thrilled because it's like basically fast damage, which is cool. Oh boy. Greetings to you, RJ Cody. Hello and welcome to Doomed. Happy to have you here. We're exploring the Temple of the Order of Dagon. No risk, no reaper. I'm with you there, Crosshair. Yeah, but I mean, it helps when you have luck, Crosshair. Okay, lots of cards in hand. It's getting a little wild up in here. So we go to the enemy phase. What? We go to the enemy phase. There are no ready enemies. Upkeep draws us a card and gains us a resource. It's quick thinking. And now I have too many cards in hand. Lots of good stuff. Will I get back to Jacob before I lose Thomas? These 3 are keepers. The bandages are necessary. I don't know when I'm going to play them. Unrelenting is really good. Oh, sounds good, Crosshair. Fistful of cards. Quick thinking is great. I guess I'm not going to... I'll have blessed tokens eventually. Favor of the Sun becomes like auto passes at that point. So I think wildly, and perhaps controversially, I'm going to drop the keepsake. Yeesh. This readies, eh? It's just a cursed relic. We go to 5 out of 6 Doom. Ooh. And we get to decide whether we're going up to the 3rd floor or... Oh, shoot. I never put those back in the bag. Well, it's funny because I passed, I'm like, oh, shoot. I'm not going to retcon it. I just made a mistake, and we're going to live with it and move on. We go to 5 out of 6 Doom. Silas stands over the body of the cultist not moving on the floor, and he suddenly realizes that he and Thomas Dawson have entered a viper's net pit. Playing stand hard with those tokens out. It's very true, Cthulhu, and I don't want to do it on purpose. I'm sure there's a way in the in this TTS mod to be able to remove things, and like I could just put them somewhere where I'd actually see them, but you know. And we're gonna draw another encounter card. Good luck. Secret Gathering. Well, I mean, that makes sense. Oh no. Revelation. Add a curse to the bag. It's really starting to get rough. Test will 4. If you fail, place a doom on each cultist enemy and take a horror. 2 horror. Instead, if 1 or more curse tokens were revealed. Well, I can't cancel it. I don't think I'm going to pass. Horror. If I commit Unrelenting, I can maybe lucky my way out of this. Well, okay, I have to add a curse token to the bag. So I'm probably just going to take some horror here. Which, you know, doesn't feel particularly good. We're 3 to 4. I don't think all in on this test makes sense. I could seal some curse tokens on Unrelenting. It's not the worst idea. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull out 3 curses. Fucking ridiculous game. There are chanting voices now arising all around them on this floor, coming up from the floor below, from the floor above. There are still so many. Weirdness, don't remind me. We're testing 4 to 4. Hit me up before you go. That's a curse. All right. Curse is -2. Draw another token. So, okay. I can't pass with lucky here. So we fail. The curse token comes out of the bag. Do I want to bring Unrelenting back to hand? No. These curses go back in the bag. What? Did I just remove one from the bag? No, I did not. Remove one. We failed. If you fail, take 2 horror. 1 goes on Thomas Dawson. 1 goes on me. Yikes. Just in time, Crosshair. The secret gathering has indeed cursed us to high heaven, or low hell in this case. The cultists' chanting is growing to a fever pitch as we go back to the investigation phase. Now, what's the game plan here? We need the purple key and 3 clues. I have 2 clues. I have the black key, which will take us... I'm going to go up to the 3rd floor. Yeah, I don't know what's in this other 2nd floor hallway, but I'm definitely doing this. So I'm spending... Oh, God. I'm spending the black key, and I'm going up to the 3rd floor. Oh, I should have played... you know what? Sorry. I'm playing bandages first. That just feels like a good thing to play here. Ugh, gosh. Wish me luck, everybody. Good luck. What does the black key represent? And also, are we out of Muzak? CCC. There we go. A crest carved with an arcane sigil. Naturally, this arcane sigil is able to be... well, let's read. A circular indentation on the door at the top of the staircase suggests that something must be placed here in order to open the way forward. Silas looks at the sigil that he found on the now deceased body of the agent of Dagon. What do we call him? The apostle, whatever. The screeching apostle. He places it in. The door shudders and rolls backwards. Last action, move in. After the Hall of Silence is revealed, place the set-aside purple key on it. Okr. 4 shroud, 1 clue. Forced. After an investigator at this location fails a skill test, add a curse to the bag. I like the Hall of Silence. As soon as the door opens, an oppressive mist rolls out, and Silas for a moment believes that he has been blinded, but in fact it is not that his vision has gone. It is his hearing. A wall of oppressive silence emanates from the room in front of them. They are immediately put... Well, yeah, Crosshair, honestly, like, if I was... Okay, what's a good one? In Innsmouth, there's Mary the Blessed. Who would be good with this? Agents of Dagon, that sounds awesome. Who was the... I'm trying to remember who the... Agnes is good. Well, yeah, I think Seekers and Mystics really like, or could play with curse tokens. I'm trying to remember who the... Let's find out. Usually there's some sort of like, you know... Oh, Dexter Drake. Yeesh. No, thank you. Amanda Sharp. I don't fucking think so. No. That's not what we're looking for here. Crosshair, yeah. Any mystic, but green and yellow. The green one as well. Yeah, green and yellow covenants. That's right. Cthulhu, I had the yellow one, the Seeker one, when I played Luke through the Dream Side of the Dream Eaters, and it was awesome. Okay. Yes, Aragwen, confess. Is it the Hall of Silence, Aragwen? Is that what you want to confess? Whoa. He's okay, folks. Investigation phase is over. We're in trouble. We go to the enemy phase. No ready enemies. Upkeep. We draw a card and we gain a resource. It's Signum Crucis, which is great because I can investigate here, dump a bunch of stuff in it, and get some bless tokens, which I think might help even the odds, maybe. Is a Favor of the Sun with 2 bless worth? This game is more complicated than your Horrified game, so I still don't know what's going on. Well, Aragwen, that is fair. I never did a stream, and even if I did, you would maybe not have been there, where I was like, this is how you play the game. And we're not going to sit here and watch a, 2-hour tutorial or whatever. No. I was going to say, if you have questions, hit me up, but naturally the questions might be like, yes, what is this? And in which case, there's no time. We have to save the galaxy. Okay, thanks. Aragwen, tell me about Horrified. Did you enjoy it? I remember, because yes, Jess was telling us about it, and they have a copy, which is really cool, like a hard copy, I mean, of the game. And I'm so interested to play. Okay, enough shilly-shallying. We go to 6 out of 6 Doom. Holy shit, somebody help me. Agenda 1B, Encounter in the Deep. In a flooded hall of the Order, so down below somewhere, I guess, you come across an onyx statue depicting a creature similar to the ones you saw in Devil Reef. Just as you are pondering the nature of its existence, you hear faint chanting up ahead. Hanithle. Before you can interpret the strange syllables, there is a splash behind you. You retreat as the figures approach, hoping to evade them. Their muffled chanting reaches a crescendo when suddenly all goes quiet. Remove 2 curse tokens from the Chaos Bag. Don't mind if I do. It's very fun, says Aragwen. Fully co-op, unlike House on Haunted Hill or whatever. Yes, the Betrayal at House on the Hill has a betrayer mechanic built in. The first half or third or whatever of the game is go around and find cool shit, explore the haunted house, and just do shit. There's no goal in Betrayal until someone is the betrayer, and then the betrayal happens, and it becomes not competitive, but it becomes like a versus game, which I think is a cool idea, but it's a little lame when you have a strong haunt and you're the person on that team, or vice versa. Fully co-op, though, sounds really fun. So you take out the monsters, right? You have adventurers with different abilities. You choose 2 to fight 2 to 4 monsters themed on classic movie monsters. Nice. If a jailbreak is listed under memories recovered, spawn the set-aside suspect enemy at a 3rd floor location, or at the grand entryway if a 3rd floor location is not in play. That enemy enters play exhausted. So. Oh, hi, Second Boot. Joyce Little, the bookshop owner, is... Well, she was the person who Silas suspected of, and was correct, in kidnapping Elena Harper. She also was broken out of jail by something. So she doesn't enter with clues. She doesn't have aloof. She doesn't have the parlay ability. She's just an enemy with 5 combat, 4 health, 3 evade. But she's exhausted, which means if we can do this, we can just knock this out. Victory 0. Oh, maybe I should just run. Maybe I should destroy her. Victory 0. That's lame. Okay, Agenda 2A. What lurks below? Glancing up at the window I had left, I observed it was still dark, though far across the crumbling chimneys to the north, I could see lights ominously blazing in the Order of Dagon Hall. It's got the same forced effect about flooded locations, 6 Doom. I guess let's draw an encounter card before we do anything else. We're in trouble. Yarr, I'm in trouble. Ooh, Aragwen says, each of the monsties has weaken and defeat conditions, so you have to work together. So, Frankenstein's monster and the bride, there's two of them running around, collect items of a particular color for one or the other, encounter them, and use actions to raise their humanity while keeping them apart. Oh, that's really fun. I like it's like a bunch of miniature games going on at the same time. Really cool strategy. Aragwen, were you playing with good friends or people that you just kind of knew a little bit? Joyce Little enters play exhausted, which means she's just chillin'. Well, this is the question, Crosshair, but also 5 combat, 4 health is like intense. It's not so intense that I can't deal with it. We could fight with Resourceful, get the brute force back, take her out. Or we could meet Cleaver. Or we could meet Cleaver to death. Oh my god. Los Terror! Los Terror! Oh, excellent. Aragwen, that's awesome. I'm really, really, really happy to hear that. Okay, before we go on, oh no, I have to draw my encounter card. And then we'll see what happens. Naturally, a stone barrier. As Silas enters this room with the inhuman silence behind him, or sorry, further ahead in the room, a shadow, and then suddenly the door slams closed. This is a stone barrier obstacle attached to the nearest location. If it is flooded, stone barrier gains surge. It's not, so that's good. While it is ready, investigators cannot move out of attached location. Action, test agility 1, combat 2, or intellect 3. If you succeed, exhaust the barrier. Okay. There it is. Oh, I see how it goes, Aragwen. Well, 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 Aragwen, perhaps we require a little games night then. But before a games night, I have to finish this scenario. And before I finish this scenario, I have to take a quick little break. We're going to be right back, coming at you with more doomed exploration of the Esoteric Order of Dagon after this. Oh, hello. Welcome back to Doomed. Happy to have you all with us. I gotta catch up on this text here from Aragwen. Other objectives are avoid... So this is for the game whose name I've already forgotten, which is Monster... Horrified. Horrified. Ooh, thank you, weirdness. Avoid getting attacked by monsters on the board. Villagers spawn, you have to escort them. Oh, there's so many different things that you have to worry about. I guess that's the idea, though, right? Sounds cool. I like it. If you either cap the terror or run out of monster cards, okay. Theme packs. Oh, perfection. I'd be all over the slasher movie monsters thing. Really cool. Horrified. Ooh. Okay. Thank you, Aragwen. It's really, really cool. And I honestly, I was really excited to play it in person, because again, as I mentioned, I know someone who has a copy and seems really excited to play, but I am also potentially pretty jazzed to see about playing it on TTS. Hello to you, Kung Fu fan. Oh! It's almost 3 years. Or, I guess, let's say 2.5-ish. Thank you very much, Kung Fu Fenris. It's wonderful to have you here. That's a long time. A long time to be supporting a streamer of my scale and size. Thank you. Math Face Scooters. Welcome, Kung Fu Fenris. I hope you're doing well. I'll catch up very briefly, but I also want to hear how you're doing. Silas and Thomas Dawson have entered the Esoteric Order of Dagon's headquarters. They've been looking at stuff. They've found an old fish person relic, which seems really terrifying. And he's finally made it up to the Hall of Silence, where he's going to get, hopefully, the key that he needs to unlock the entrance to the caves. Old Cillian T-Dawes. Aragwen. Look, I don't like him. I don't know if I like Old Silly, but T-Dawes is just chef's kiss. Okay, what the hell is going on? We've got this Right, the door has just slammed shut behind them. Joyce Little is here, but she hasn't seemed to notice Silas yet, which is good. What's happening? Okay, we spawned the set-aside suspect. It enters Marshy and T-Dawes. Marshy and T-Dawes. Enters play exhausted. I don't know. Silas, I don't think he's bloodthirsty. I think he's, he's a survivor, right? I don't know if he needs to, like, go and destroy this librarian. I think he's just going to try to get out of here. If we can get this clue, we can pick up the key. We'll have the 3 clues we need. We can get the stone barrier and run back down to the grand entryway. Yes, yeah, thank you, Crosshair. I will have a look at it again. I think it was the same old. Glancing up at the window I had left, I observed it was still dark, though far across the crumbling chimneys to the north, I could see lights ominously blazing in the Order of Dagon Hall. But yes, same forced effect. If you're at a fully flooded location, you struggle for air. So you have to come up for air, or else take 5 direct damage. Direct damage. Okay. Let's get this clue and get the hell out. Is it worth playing a fast Favor of the Sun? You know what? I'll do it potentially after if I need to. Yeah, that's not a bad play. Let's party. Let's party. So, okay. This is a good target for quick thinking. I am going in 2 intellect to 4 shroud. We're going to try to get this clue. Committing Signum Crucis adds... I think I have to commit all the skill tokens at once. That would make sense. Well, I might have 2, which is, like, not great. Better to think quick when attempting to leave. Ooh, good point, Cthulhu. Well, I don't know. I might pass. Oh, but if I have to... No, I have to succeed by 2 or more. Thanks, Cthulhu. Good shout. This brings me up to 4 intellect. And then I'll put in sharp vision, which puts me up to 7. Wow. Now... wow. And now I'm going to put 2 blessed tokens in the bag. Because, that's okay. 7 to 4. Let's see if Silas can, with a quick prayer to the patron god of sailors, see if what he can discover here. 7 to 4. -1. I can take Signum Crucis back to hand to play another day. Yes, and I can take a card back to hand. I think I'm going to take Brute Force back. Feels #good. We get the clue. We get the purple key. Let's see what the purple key is, and then I will decide what it is that Silas has done. There we go. The Hall of Silence is oppressively filled with it. As I mentioned before, parchments line the walls, but there is, unlike many of the other places in the Order so far, and indeed in the town of Innsmouth, there is not a drop of water to be seen in this room. It is dry, dusty, cracked, even. A shadow flits across between the shelves at the end of the hall, but Silas can't quite make out who it is. He turns to go to get away with T-Dawes, Thomas Dawson, and finds, waiting, resting, just around the corner of a bookshelf, tucked just out of sight, a crest inscribed with a circle of words in an alphabet that you do not comprehend. So we'll pick that up. Second action, we're going to attempt to... Quick thinking! We're going to attempt to get past the stone barrier, which means I'm testing agility 1, because I have 4 of it. And I'll put... Not Signum Crucis. I'll put quick thinking into this to be 5 to 1. Stone barrier is, of course, the door that's closed on them, but hopefully Silas can sort of think quickly and find a way to lower it back down. So we're going to go 5 to 1 with quick thinking committed. Excellent. Success, which means we get an action back. I'm going to use it to leave. And then last action, Do I fast Favor of the Sun here? No, I'm going to foolishly let it sit for a bit longer. Do I care about this second floor hall? I want to just see what the actual, like, scenario does, you know? I bet it gives me another key, which I could use on the statue. No. No, let's just go. Let's just head down. Silas is heading back towards the entrance. Left, left, left. Chant, chant, chant. Ah, yes, okay, everyone's excited. Oh, hell, let's find out what's in. Let's find out what's in behind door number 2. Ooh. Ooh. It's the Hall of Loyalty. Although unfortunately not ideal for me. But it says, free trigger, spend the blue, red, white, or yellow key. Choose 3 of the following. Heal a damage, draw 2 cards, gain 3 resources, add 4 blast tokens to the bag. Hang on a second, I don't have any of those keys. Bastards. Now that's interesting. I wonder if... Son of a... I wonder if they're down below, but then... Are we gonna get keys down below in the caves and then come back up to the Hall of Loyalty? It doesn't... Yeah, weirdness. Ah, they got me! Those bastards. It's fine, it's fine. I'll sit here. If I have the opportunity, a golden opportunity to get another victory point, I'll take it. You never know. We go to the enemy phase. There are no ready enemies, but in upkeep phase, Joyce Little and the stone barrier ready. Ooh, the bookshop owner. So spooky. And we draw a card and gain a resource. It's another cherished keepsake. Right, just, look, it's a Hall of Loyalty. Maybe just by staying in here and being loyal to the concept of success, something good will happen. We go to 1 out of 6 Doom, and we draw an encounter card. Mysterious chanting. Oh, no. Oh, this is in the core set, too. Place 2 Doom on the nearest cultist. Well, not a cultist. Thought I'd have to put it on Joyce. If there are no cultist enemies in play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a cultist enemy and draw it. Well, I'll take the opportunity to search the discard pile for the easiest one to kill, which is this Acolyte here, which I will put right back in the main corridor with a little Doom on him. Just a bookshop owner and her cultist friend. Streaming now on NBC. Like, what? It's not even a... Anyway. It's happened twice now. Silas has ventured into a room, and then as he kind of steps inside, he can hear behind him more voices, more footsteps. The Order of Dagon seems to have many members, many more than Silas might have expected. Is the whole town involved in this cult? You have nothing left to do at the moment. Yeah, honestly, Cthulhu, not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, which is, I'll definitely take that because I need the horror to be healed, so that's okay. Kung Fu Fenris, great question. Yay! What else? I mean, you've been doing some art of late. Does any inspiration strike you for any art, Kung Fu Fenris? Oh, and that's actually a good point. That's a fast way to spend hours. If it, yes, you do, Aragwen. We just started the new book. It's everything we loved about Dancing Puppet, and none of the stuff that we hate about Dancing Puppet yet. Okay. That's that. We're back to the investigation phase. Silas could kill the Acolyte, and move down to the Grand Stairway. Do I care about this Hall of Loyalty clue? It's a victory point, but like... Oh, actually, that could be fun. I could I could Favor of the Sun, and then Signum Crucis another couple Bless tokens. Whoa, Kung Fu Fenris, who are you running it for? That's exciting. Very exciting. Favor of the Sun, Signum Crucis, get more Bless in the bag, use it to get the clue here, which is a victory point. Well, Crosshair, I mean, I've got 5, and then 1 more already, I think, and maybe 2 more, I think, for now. I'll take as much as I can get, basically. I'm not doing great here in terms of, you know, the old trauma situation, so... No, again, I think I'm going to need these things, so we're going to move on. Silas turns back out of the room, which seems aglow with possibilities, but nothing of value. And we're going to try to kill this acolyte here. I'm just going to use the meat cleaver straight in to fight at 4, 5, 6, 7 to 3. I mean, I should have known that was going to happen, right? No really bad stuff happens. So it's actually now it's 2 actions to heal a horror. So that's always good times. We're gonna go one more time. We're gonna go 7 to 3. The last straggler in the hall, still chanting, turns and snarls at Silas, who somehow misses his first uppercut and then comes in wildly again, try to drive the blade into his neck. That'll do, right? -2, fantastic. So we killed it with the meat cleaver, so we heal a horror. Boom, the creature, the human, goes down and lands on the floor. In the enemy phase, hunters hunt, but Joyce Little doesn't have hunter. She's just chilling. She's just studying the Hall of Silence and all of her books. It's her second library home, which I appreciate. We go to Upkeep, where we gain a card, draw a card and gain a resource. That one goes all the way on the... I know, Aragwen. Brutal. Especially because you can't really stab with a meat cleaver. Exactly. Just wild. We go to 2 out of 6 Doom, and I gotta fucking step it up as we draw an encounter card. The Cenarian Deep One. Uh-oh. A hissing, groaning sound from behind Silas tells him that it is time to start moving. From behind him, again, another creature bares its fangs. He thinks it's perhaps one of these cultists, but this is no cultist. This is the Deep One. 2 combat, 3 health, 2 evade. Not bad. Hunter. After he engages you, add 2 curse tokens to the bag. Whee! Oh, God. Wait, why are there... Oh, this is Bless. I see. Never mind. Sorry. I was misreading something. The creature groans and writhes as it attempts to reach out and once again strike Silas. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to beat him up, and we're going to get the hell out of here. Right? That's what we're going to do. We're going to beat him up, and we're going to get the hell out of here. That's just how it's going to go. Silas launches himself at the beast. He's now destroyed a fair number of these creatures, and he suddenly gets a flash of a tussle with a creature in the darkness, in a cave, far underground, out in the reef, in town. Punch and go! Weirdness. The old Jenny Barnes move. We're gonna fight 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 2. Ka-chow! Tablet is -3. I didn't fail. So instead, the creature is crushed. Yeah. Getting struck by one of this dude's hands would be like getting smacked by a deflated whoopee cushion, but with more claw, Aragwen, more claw. Silas lands on top of the creature and just begins to beat its head into the stone until it stops moving. And then he runs down the stairs. Whee! wisely, and I'm going to, potentially foolishly, last action, spend the purple key and 3 clues to remember that I unlocked the entrance to the caves. The objective is, if each surviving investigator is at the grand entryway and the investigators have unlocked the entrance to the caves, advanced. Act 1B, Secrecy. Each of the Order's chambers are devoted to an aspect of their grand scheme, the secret that lies at the foundation of the Order, the poison that dwells in the roots of Innsmouth. But whatever that secret is, it is just beyond your grasp. It's a little further than that, Silas, but whatever you say. At least until the moment you discover the truth behind the building itself. It is nothing but a cover for the Order's true headquarters. As you unlock the pathway that leads into the cavernous depths beneath the building, you wonder what secrets could possibly dwell below. If a suspect enemy is in play, remove it from the game. Bye! Joyce is gone. It just disappears. Remove each location other than the grand entryway from the game, or add them to the victory display if they have victory X and no clues. Okay. Interesting. So no Hall of Loyalty for us, I guess. But we do have the victory point from the Hall of the Deep, which I'll allow. Okay. And we'll keep those there for now. Shuffle the set-aside tidal tunnel locations and put each of them into play. Increase the flood level of each location. Well, okay, so that's just here, and the tidal tunnels. Unfortunately, I don't know where they go, so I guess we're going to find out. Put each of them into play. Oh, actually, you know what? Of course, they're all going to have the same... Oh, God, none of them have... Well, that's weird. They don't even have connection tokens on them. Remove each location other than the grand entryway from the game, discarding each cards at each location. Shuffle the set-aside tidal tunnels and put each of them into play. I wonder if they're meant to be in the same arrangement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that's interesting. Oh, it's the start again. Classic. Huh. Yeah, but it didn't say... Yeah, thanks, Crosshair. I'm gonna do the same. This is the most fun part of Doomed, where we Google things. Lair of Dagon, tidal tunnels. Oh. Huh. Grand entryway is connected to each cave location, and vice versa. Boom. I think we're about to look up the same thing, Crosshair. So, grand entryway is connected to each cave location. Okay, so we're doing a fun little thing here where we place them all around, I guess. So weird. So weird. Make a middle finger if you want. I'm gonna make a nice little spirale. Right, not connected to each other. Unless their connections say something different later. Ugh, I have to go out and in of each tidal tunnel? Bleh. Okay. Let's continue reading, shall we? Silas unlocks the door and starts to move down into the depths beneath the hall. Thomas Dawson still at his side, although looking a little worse for wear now that they've seen what they've seen. Shuffle. Increase the flood level of each location. Shuffle each set-aside syzygy and title alignment card into the encounter deck along with the encounter discard pile. Whoops. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, God, what am I doing? And just a couple syzygies. Nice. Okay. Okay. Flood levels go up. Everything's, I guess, partially flooded, and we'll kind of see what happens after that. Naturally, there's, you know, much more water down here, and Silas starts to shiver again as the cold begins to overtake him. That was the end of investigation. Let's read the new act, of course. Act 2A, The Second Oath. You descend into the caverns beneath the Order of Dagon's headquarters, unaware of the horrific fate that awaits you in the depths. Each suspect enemy gets +1 health, loses aloof, and cannot be parlayed with. Okay. Spend the same blue, red, white, yellow keys, discard obstacles. Objective, if an investigator has unlocked the final depths, advance. The final depths? What the F? What the F, David Blaine? We go to Upkeep, where we draw a card and gain a resource. It's another copy of Sharp Vision. We're going to be looking at stuff. We go to 3 out of 6 Doom. Silas takes a deep breath and starts to progress down one of the tunnels deeper underground. Locked door. Attached to the location with the most clues. I'm putting it right here at the grand entryway because fuck you, that's why. The door he tries at the end of the hall seems to be chained and bolted from the other side. But shrugging, he and Thomas Dawson decide to go downstairs. Interestingly enough, right, like, I appreciate the game isn't sort of like super, it's quite clear on this, but I think there's a logic thing here, like, locked door, there could be a locked door in the grand entryway, but it prevents you from investigating. I don't need to investigate here, so it feels like a bit of a cheat. But at the same time, all of the title tunnels also have 0 clues on them. For now. Anyway, we go back to the investigation phase. Do I need to play anything is the question. No, we just need to keep moving. Do we care about putting down like a keepsake or whatever? No, we're just going to keep moving. Always go left, down and to the left, crosshair. It's the opposite of up and to the right. The air is frigid here, and there is no sound but the faint plinking of water dripping onto the rough stone ground. You shudder and proceed onward. Hey, it's Tidal Pool, our favorite. It gets +1 shroud. After it is revealed, randomly choose one of these set-aside face-down keys and place it on Tidal Pool. Boop. That key is going to be useful. So I really, this clue is useful. I think I'm going to do this. Yeah, this seems appropriate. We're going to try to get this. The set-aside keys, I think, are yellow and white because they represent the, like, syzygy, right? The moon and the sun. And as we know, Silas is blessed both by the patron saint of sailors and the sun. And also cursed by everyone else. I think it's going to let me flip the statue as well, which seems good. So let's do it. Let's investigate. I'm going to commit Signum Crucis and Sharp Vision. Signum Crucis puts 2 Bless in the bag. And then I'll be able to play Favor of the Sun after this. Right is also left. Cthulhu causing the chaos here. I'm loving it. We're investigating at 3, 4, 5, 6 to 4 with a lucky in hand. Silas, once again, left is definitely correct. No, right. No, right. Right. Yes, left. Silas looks down into the pool ahead of him, knowing that in the past they have contained creatures, but hopefully today, nothing else. A curse? A bless? I'm just going to Ancient Covenant this shit right now. Boom. So, we pass. We remove the bless and the curse from the bag. We get the clue and the face down key. The yellow key. Ooh. Ooh, I didn't need the Signum Crucis to pass. Right? So I'm going to take it back to hand. What up? Fast. Favor of the Sun. Oh, baby. Yeah. We're going to pull all 3 bless tokens out of the bag. Yep. So we're just going to do this. We're going to go remove. And I'm going to put them on the Favor of the Sun. Nice. Silas spies at the bottom of this tidal pool. Clear, pristine water. Another crest. Much like the ones up in the Order of Dagon headquarters above, but this one is older somehow. Despite being placed at the bottom of a tidal pool, it seems to have a weight to it, a significance. The yellow key shows the sun overlapping the moon, which of course also gives us the blessing of the sun, which I'll allow. And then I think last action, I'm going to use it. Perhaps a little foolishly, I could keep the yellow key. No, I can't. I was going to say I could go use the yellow key upstairs, but upstairs is gone. I could use the yellow key to ready the statue and flip it to its other side. So let's fucking do it. I'm doing it. I don't know what it does. I'm loving it. Let's see what the key does. Dynamic relic. Ooh, it's so dynamic. Exhaust the statue, deal a damage to a humanoid enemy. Exhaust the statue, remove 2 curse tokens from the chaos bag and replace them with an equal number of bless tokens. Oh, right away. Right away. Woo! Yeah. Well, Cthulhu, improve is a relative term here. I've given them a better number. I love playing the bag maths when I have no reason to. It's just wild. Okay. The crest showing the sun begins to glow, as does the statue in Silas's pocket. He takes it out, places them next to each other, and then on a hunch, a whisper, he places the Hanathle statue on top of the crest depicting the sun. The eyes glow this sort of deep purple, which turns to a bright gold. Enemy phase. Upkeep phase. We draw a card and gain a resource. Keep faith. I always forget if there's a free triggered window here. No, there isn't one until after I draw an encounter card. So I might just do that then. We go to the... Oh boy. Mythos phase. 4 out of 6 doom. I don't have time for this. Heralds of the Deep. Splashing from behind him. Silas turns, and there are indeed several people, cultists, venturing towards him. The water has, in some parts of the cave, reached waist height, so at least he has time to get away. Test Will 3. Favor of the Sun is like a little heating pad. Oh. Weirdness, I think that's awesome, and I think that's exactly what's happening. It's heating my soul. Test Will 3. Will 5 if your location is flooded. It is. For each point you fail by, add a curse token to the chaos bag. God. Well, this is a good target for Signum Crucis. During the skill checks. Of course you can. Thanks, Cthulhu. That's what I always forget about. Because there's a free trigger window after, like before investigation phase, but after drawing an encounter card. But also, yes, during a skill test, I determine the type of skill test, and I have a player window. So let's do it. I'm doing it. This is gonna go. This is gonna go. How many bless tokens in the bag right now? 2. So let's just load her up. Woo! Signum Crucis adds 2 bless to the chaos bag, and Keep Faith adds another 4. The now holied statue, holied, filled with some sort of energy. The light from it shines so brightly that the cultists at the end of the hall hiss and, you know, turn their... Oh my god, yeah, of course I can. Fuck it, let's do it. Okay, oh no, I can't do that, sorry. Because I'm full up on blessed tokens. Because there's 3 in the... Yeah, there's 3 on Favor of the Sun. So... What do I want to do here? So let me think about this for a quick second. I think it would make sense... to use the statue, but I won't commit Signum Crucis. So I will remove 2 curse tokens and add 2 bless tokens, but I won't Signum Crucis, because then I will only be able to add 1 bless. Thank you, Cthulhu. That's something I kind of find a little annoying. This bless token pile should be the pile out of which tokens go when you, like, add and remove, right? Like, they should come out of this total. But, there we go. The creatures hiss and turn away from the bright light, their eyes squinting, almost as if looking directly into the sun itself. Silas is going to try to use this to escape. Okay, so I'm testing Will 5. I have 3 Will. For each point you fail by, add a curse token. There are now... No, there are... Huh. Yeah, but there shouldn't be. Oh, crap. Now I have to remember what I did. No, there should be... Ah, fuck. You're right. Balls. Okay, sorry. Let's... How far back can I go here? I'm going to rewind time. This is maybe a bad idea. We're going to do it. Let's see how far back it goes. Woo! I basically want to rewind from before I... no, so I want to keep going back. I want to keep rewinding time. Basically until I draw this card. Ooh, watch this! I don't think I can put that many into the bag is my problem. So I just wanted to rewind to where I actually knew how many I had, kind of on and... Okay. Still not far enough. Fuck it, whatever, it's fine. Here's the math. I put 3 on Favor of the Sun. I don't remember how many were in the bag before that. That's the... There were 0, right? Well, there were 3 that are on Favor of the Sun. So, 4 from Keep Faith brings me up to 7. 2 from the statue takes me to 9. So I should have 9... bless, and 1 curse. Perfect. Done. There's your math. Problem is I can't put 7 in the bag. Like, the math of it doesn't work, right? I'm just going to say that all out loud, right? The 3 from... so, Crosshair, sorry, I should point something out. Yes, I did. Ah, fuck. See, this is why I need to keep going backwards. Okay, sorry. Hang on, let's talk. So there were 2 plus the 3 on Favor of the Sun. Yeah? If so the Crosshair, the important thing to... Yeah, okay, cool. Crosshair, the important thing to point out, which I think it should be important, it should be said, there can only be 10 Bless or Curse tokens in play anywhere at any time. That's the key here. So I can't have 3 on Favor and 10 in the bag. That's the key. Oh, hi, Ripley. So instead, yes. Okay. So I statued. I had 3 on Favor of the Sun. I statued. I went to 5. Statued again. I went to 7. Keep Faith brings me to 10. Fine. That's fine. Let's just do that. And I have 1 curse in the bag. Yeah, but I could also just... I think 3 is fine. Yeah, this is good for me, and I'll crucis when when I've drawn a few of the blesses. There we go. That's what we're gonna do. So in fact, am I gonna Favor of the Sun here? Right away? Oh, for fuck's sake, you're right. Sorry, Cthulhu, you're absolutely correct. Sorry, see, this is what I'm talking about. The 10 listed there should take into account the 3 that are outside the thing, but they're not. So. Now I'm all confused. Now I'm all confuzzled. Math, right? Alright. The point of all this is that the light from the statue is like trying to blind people, right? Actually, you know what? I'm just going to physically count them. That would make sense, right? Okay, great. Perfect. I don't know, y'all can't see all of the chaos bag, but that's okay. Alright, I create order with chaos. Perfect. Now the question is, do I want to pass this? I don't really care that much, so I'm just going to test it. Let's see. Let's see if our good friend Silas Marsh is able to use the new power to defeat the creatures. Yes, he is. That's a bless token. Whoop! So one comes out of the bag, and we go to 3, 5 versus 5, and we pass. Done. Okay, excellent. That was a long time. My apologies for the viewers here. I love to play and tell the stories, and I sometimes get all caught up in the minutia. Okay. Whoop. Move back to the grand entryway. Silas now has this statue that is... It came in clutch. It did. Silas now has this statue with glowing golden eyes. It seems to be, leading him around, pulling him up and to the right. Dare I? We're going to see what's in this tidal tunnel. It's the other tidal pool, which has a face-down key. Well, that's weird, but sounds good to me. This is the other tidal pool, which has in it the other hidden key, which is the white key. And one clue. Maybe a clue's not a bad thing either. I certainly don't mind the white key, because the white key, if I don't spend it, could be used to discard an obstacle or other stuff. I have a feeling I'm going to want clues, so like this is not a bad thing either. So let's last action. Let's just fucking get the... Let's do it. Let's get this clue. I'm going to exhaust favor of the... Sorry, I'm going to investigate 2 to 4. Exhaust favor of the sun. And... Oh, nope. I'm not going to do that because... Ancient Covenant is exhausted. So instead... Are we just going to try this? I think we are. We're just going to try the test at 2 to 4 and see how it goes. Wish me luck. Silas is once again going to see if he can fish out another one of these crests from under the pool. Bless. We go to 4 to 4. -2. 2 down. Pass with lucky. Remove a bless from the bag. Get the clue. I just feel like clues are probably useful because we're looking for... Bless you! We're unlocking the final depths, but I don't know what clues do, so like maybe it'll be useful, you know? Silas is once again in possession of another one of these crests, which, much like the one that sort of unlocked the potential of the statue that he now holds, this one depicts the opposite perspective. It is a moon kind of overshadowing a sun. Enemy phase, no enemies. Upkeep, we draw a card, we gain a resource. It's unrelenting. And we go to 5 out of 6 doom. We're in trouble. We're in big trouble. We gotta find what we need to find. We draw an encounter card. It's a Wizard of the Order. Motherfucker. The Wizard of the Order is getting a doom at the end of the mythos phase, and I'm gonna put him where I choose to go next, which is this one up and to the left. So we're gonna go in there and we're gonna take this guy down. Even down here, echoing through the long corridors made of stone, dripping with wet moss and seaweed, Silas can hear the chanting of cultists. I'm going to move... Okay, this is maybe going to get a little tricky, but I'm going to move twice and then get engaged to the Wizard of the Order. Oh, congratulations. And we're going to see about killing this guy ASAP. Doorway to the Depths! Well, 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 well. After Doorway to the Depths is revealed, place the set-aside green key on the location with the most clues. Well, that's here. Okay. Investigators at the doorway to the depths spend the green key and 3 clues to unlock the final depths. Well, shit, this is awesome. Let's take a look at the map here. The clues are key. Cthulhu. Exactly weirdness. Oh, the luck. It's not exactly changing, but something's happening. Coming around the corner, hearing the chanting, Silas comes face to face with doors of carved stone that seem to depict the face of a fish-like creature, one of these deep ones, gazing into his soul. In front of the stone walls, arms raised, is another one of these cultists who turns and grins slowly, some sort of slick blood dripping from his fangs. Left. It's working. It's working. Last action, I gotta defeat this guy. So let's just kill him. I have 4, 5, 6, 7 combat with Meat Cleaver. Hello. Would you like to learn about the Order of Dagon? It does kind of look like that, weirdness? It's kind of like, it's like at an aquarium or something. There's the glass. And you're like, oh, wow, look, some whales. Oh, is that a dolphin? There's just one thing right here. Hello, have you heard about our Lord and Savior, Dagon? Let's knock out this wizard, shall we? Currently 7-4. I'm going to put in Unrelenting and draw some cards. Let's do it. Silas is Unrelenting. He is ready to destroy anyone who stands between him and knowing the truth. Hi, Max. How are you? So we draw 2 cards, which includes leg injury. Bad news bears. Which we'll see. The creature with some sort of blood dripping from its fang-like teeth slashes towards him. Silas stumbles back on the rock, pain shooting up his bum leg. But he's down but not out. He is... Oh, this should be ready. He is absolutely ready to try to swing at the creature. He grabs a rock from the surface where he fell and, leaping up, hurls it at the creature's head. What did I just say? I said 8-4? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-4. -2 is a pass. We heal a horror. Boop. Oh, no, I had to spend a horror. Sorry, I should have done that. My apologies. And then I heal 1 on defeating it. Not yet, Cthulhu. I had to put a horror on me, which I should have done. My apologies. And I heal it by destroying the Wizard of the Order. Ya dead. It is almost time, and actually I suppose your friend and mine, Jacob Morrison, might be very valuable here. Another important thing, I think, is dealing with this leg injury. Let's last action use the statue, because I can remove 1 curse token and replace it with a bless. Remove, it doesn't say up to 2, but presumably you can do that, right? Presumably you can do like less than 2. You're attempting to remove 2, but there aren't 2. I'm not so sure. As much as possible. Yeah, that would make sense, right? Okay. Yeah, exactly. The man lies where his skull has been caved in by the rock. And Silas breathes heavily, looking at this door. The door which seems to hold all of the answers he needs. Now, unfortunately, we're coming up to the end of this round, which means a new agenda. I need 1 clue, this key, and I need to just get the hell in there and see what happens. But we've also got this leg injury. So wish me luck as we move forward. Upkeep brings us... Whoa! A resourceful. And another resource. The statue readies. And we go to 6 out of 6 doom. Whoa, Scott, whoa. Agenda 2B. Cursed luck. The silence that pervades the building retreats as sinister chanting rises from the depths, each uncanny syllable a reminder of the Order's inhuman origins. What was once the rhythmic drip, drip, drip of trickling water is now a distant, resounding roar of rushing floodwater. But there is also something else, the rumbling of something enormous, something that stirs under the bedrock. Ruh-roh! Are we going to find out what this Dagon thing is? Add 4 curse tokens to the chaos bag. Because why not? Why not just fill her up? Agenda 3A, the ritual advances. The building rumbles to its foundations. Something sinister is happening deep below the halls of the Order of Dagon. If you don't stop it, who knows what may be unleashed? It's got the same forced effect. 6 doom. We know what we have to do. Let's find out what our encounter card is here, as Silas desperately tries to unlock the door to the depths. Syzygy. This is actually pretty straightforward. Decide. Each investigator loses 3 resources, takes 2 horror, and places a doom on the agenda. 3 resources is by far the least unfortunate of those things. Yes, weirdness. Great shout. Really good point, too. But, you know, having spent those keys means the skulls in the bag are up to -4, which is not good. Like, so there's definitely something, there's a give and take here, but I do agree. I think I'm happy that we were able to get the yellow key and, like, spend it, because I think this is a lot better. And in fact, I'm going to do this right now. Oh, I can't add 2 blessed tokens to the bag, because I have 6, so I can add 1. Okay. Because I still haven't spent any off of Favor of the Sun yet. But I will. But I will. But I will. That's okay. You know. Replace them with an equal number. Well, I can't replace them with an equal number, so presumably I can't replace one of the curse tokens. That's how I'm going to play it. I can only do 1 and 1, so that's all I'm going to do. Yeah, basically. There are, the rumblings from deep beneath the ground put Silas in mind of a vision, a sudden bright vision of the sun and the moon hanging in the sky in perfect alignment, one just covering the other. But which is ahead, the sun, the force that seems to have blessed Silas, or the moon, the thing that controls the ever-growing tides? The investigation phase returns. Leg injury is really sucky, but we're gonna keep it. We're gonna deal with it for now. We're going to get this key, right? That's what we got to do. 5 shroud. I need the clue and I need the key. So I need to investigate 2 to 5. I'll put in resourceful. And then I'll pass with Favor of the Sun, right? That's what I'm going to do. So, investigate, Favor of the Sun, Ancient Covenant. What a combo. We go +2, which takes us up to 5 to 5. Resourceful Fires. Brings something back to hand. Probably a lucky... What do I want? Maybe more soak? Do I want more soak? Good point. Good point, Cthulhu. Now, I'm kind of wondering, though, if I've... Come on, Silas, he's our man. If he can't do it, someone else will have to. Hi, Roger Twy. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I'm watching over here as Liz attempts to get our cat to high five in for his dinner. That's very good. Good job, Max. He's a good cat. He's just pure darkness and void, which we love around here. Okay, what was I saying? Who knows? Yes. Now the question is, should I retcon this statue play? Yes, it is, Aragwen. Why do you ask? Is it because it's spooky season? I'm not going to retcon the statue thing. I will do that again afterwards. Oh, yeah. Confirmed, Aragwen, confirmed. So, okay, we get the clue. We get the key, and I'm going to play the cherished keepsake down before I kind of forget. Because I think I might want that soak, that horror soak happening shortly. I don't know. And then last action, I think it's an action to spend the green key and the 3 clues. So Silas, well, let's find out what the green key is, and then we'll decide what he did here. A widening fisheye. Silas walks towards the door slowly, dragging his busted leg behind him. He tries to grit his teeth through the pain. He reaches out towards the door, places his hand on the fish creature's face, and just sits for a moment. The warm glow of the statue in his pocket has him reach up further towards one of the eyes of the fish, where, almost camouflaged, a small crest rests. Pulls it out and places it in the other eye, opening the doors in front of him. Roger Twy says, I've live-trapped 2 cats in 3 days. Not sure what's going on around here. Yeah, Crosshair, I can confirm what Crosshair is saying. It's the catpocalypse. It's been going on for about 5,000 years, but, you know, it's it's happening slowly. Apocalypse. What a cutie. That's a lot, Roger Twy. Like, were they, like, not feral, but, like, did they belong to someone, or just, like, do you know what I mean? Like, where did they come from? Do you know? I'm curious. We've unlocked the final depths, which means advance. Act 2B, loyalty. The more you explore the caverns, the more alien and inhuman the architecture becomes. Soon, it feels like you've crossed the threshold of another world entirely. It's reminiscent of the ruins you saw beneath Devil Reef, but those depths are miles from here, right? Or is this network of caves so vast it spans the entirety of Innsmouth? Soon, you come upon a grand set of doors in the center of the web of gilded corridors. Many other paths stem from this hall, but it is this door, and the strange heavy breathing that thrums throughout the walls and the floor, that calls to you. Put the set-aside Lair of Dagon location into play, fully flooded. Anything that says lair is not good, although I will point out to someone like Aragwen that they might be interested in a lair, because it's a dragon kind of situation. We'll read that momentarily. Put the set-aside Dagon enemy into play at Lair of Dagon. I know, right, Cthulhu? Like, come on. Good time to sweep him up before it gets too cold. Oh, it's true, Roger Twy. Gotta be careful. All those kitties out there in the cold is so, you know, so sad. Put the set-aside Dagon enemy into play in the lair. Sleeping side face up. Deep in slumber. Well, we're gonna look at that more, you know. We're gonna look at that in a moment. Check the current agenda. If it is agenda 1, no. If it is agenda 2, no. Haha! I skip all the curse tokens. Although I am in trouble for time. Although actually, that's pretty good fucking timing. Pardon my French. Maybe some infinite combo deck. Yeah, Cthulhu, I just feel like, yeah, you'd need to have really good... Well, yeah, you'd have to have really good movement abilities, because there's lots of, you know, area to traverse, and you'd have to be able to get where you're going. Like, you'd have to know, and because they're all randomized, especially this tidal tunnel part, like, I just don't think it's possible unless you got really, really lucky. Yes, Cthulhu, I don't know if you saw our Dexter and Jenny through Betrayal at the Mountains of Madness fan campaign. I don't know how much I'd recommend the campaign. I thought it was cool, but it was very complicated. It might be your cup of tea. It was definitely a bit much for me personally. But yeah, Crosshair here was playing Jenny Barnes with clocks, aka Jenny Barnes with a billion actions a turn. It was wild. What were the actions? Movement, fighting, you know. Okay, Act 3A, the third oath. We out of music again? Are we out of music again? Yes. There we go. The Order's final secret. Ah, okay. Okay. Cool. Cthulhu, that's awesome. Okay, really, like, when you say spoiler-free, you mean stuff that you've played before, I assume. Awesome stuff. Really, really cool. Okay. Well, I hope we can catch you on the next campaign, too, whatever it is. The Order's final secret lies just beyond this door, the entity to which the Order's service is pledged, the creature that holds them in its clutches, the conspiracy's beating heart. It has all the same things on it. Suspect enemies have extra health or whatever. Spend the blue, red, white, or yellow keys. Discard each obstacle attached to your location. Objective: disrupt the Order's ritual by placing clues on this act. If there are 3 clues on this act, advance. Presumably I need to go and find clues somehow. Is this a cave location? No, it is not. Okay, so the ground floor is connected to cave locations, but none of these cave locations are connected to the Lair of Dagon. Oh, actually, it's got a green... Ah, I see. My apologies. The doorway to the depths, of course, is connected to the Lair of Dagon, so I'm going to put it here? Just so I can really, like... Normally, it should be at the center, but, you know. Fuck it. Okay, let's see what this says. The steep, twisting stairway beyond the doorway leads you deeper and deeper into the caverns below the building. Effigies depicting aquatic monstrosities watch you from both sides as you descend into a realm of alien architecture and otherworldly riches. Kung Fu Fenris asked a great question. Is this like a bat cave? Yes, but for one of these things. This is Dagon, deep in slumber. The ancient one. Elite. Dagon is slumbering. Aww. That's more than a nap, right? A slumber is like... To me, a slumber is like a really good sleep. It's not necessarily a deep sleep. It's like a really good sleep, you know? He cannot attack or engage, is immune to investigator actions and player cards' effects. Fine. They're trying to cover all their bases. He can't do anything to Dagon. Forced. After an investigator at this location fails a skill test, place a resource on Dagon. Then, if there are at least 3 resources on Dagon, flip him. Spend a key, remove a resource from Dagon. Oh, it's getting good. It's getting good, team. After an investigator at this location fails a skill test. So 3 fails, and something happens to Dagon. Well, he flips. Me too, Crosshair. Okay, that was the end of the investigation phase. Still have leg injury too, which I want to clear. So we go enemy phase, no ready, unslumbering enemies. Upkeep draws us a card and gains us a resource. It's another keep faith. How many blesses do I don't even know? I'm not even keeping track here. I got 2 blesses on Favor of the Sun and 7 in the bag, so we're gonna keep this around for later. Oh, that was silly. Why did I resourceful a keepsake when I had one in hand? No big deal, Crosshair. No big deal. I'm hoping there are clues on the location of the Lair of Dagon, because if there aren't, I'm in big trouble. We go to 1 out of 6 Doom, and we draw an encounter card. Title alignment. Choose a location where there is at least 1 investigator. Okay. Increase its flood level. Ouch. That's bad. Take a damage. No problem. I'll take a damage, and then I'll heal the damage off of me with bandages, which removes the leg injury. Title alignment. I thank you. The power, the force of the creature down below, despite being what feels like miles away, suddenly forces water upwards, spilling into the doorway room. Choose a location where it's a chosen. The flood level has been increased, so it does not gain surge. Done. Take that. Take that, leg injury. Okay, now. The question is, I have to place clues on the act at the Lair of Dagon. I don't know what the Lair of Dagon says. I have to assume that it will ask me to test to place clues on the act, but that it won't have clues on itself, because it's the lair. It won't have, like... It might have ways of disrupting it. But maybe I take a turn to go and look at another tidal tunnel and see if there's clues there. That might be better. Because then if I can go in with 3 clues, then I can try to just get them done. Well, I'm starting in a fully flooded location, so that's actually super bad. I gotta get out of here. What did I just say? 7 bless? Right, okay. It seems breathtaking. Well, I think I'm in big trouble otherwise because of all the fully flooded locations, but you never know, right? Into the grand entryway, right? No, just down to the bottom. Straight down into the tidal tunnels. Oh, it's the fucking... Ugh. I hate these goddamn underwater caverns. Underwater cavern says, move to any flooded cave location, and it becomes fully flooded. So, well, I entered a partially flooded location during my turn, so I won't take 5 direct damage. I know. But I can go straight from here, so 1, 2 moves, 3, I'm going to try to get this clue, right? Right? Okay, we're good. We have to try to get this clue. I'm going to keep my favor of the... No, I'm not. I'm going to burn my favor of the sun tokens. Like, hard. So that I can get another favor of the sundown. Let's do it. Silas sloshes into the flooded cavern, takes a deep breath, and begins to swim. He's looking for anything he can find, any information, any captives, perhaps? People he can take down with him into the Lair of Dagon to see what is down there. So we get a clue. We don't take direct damage because I entered an unflooded location. Enemy phase. Upkeep. Now, at the end of my turn, I'm going to remove 2 curses and add 2 blesses, because I can do that. So many blesses. Enemy phase, no enemies. Upkeep, draws us a card, gains us a resource. Unexpected courage. You love to see it. 2 out of 6 doom. I'm not loving the timing on this. As we draw an encounter card. Nothing too bad, please. Secret gathering. Add a curse token to the chaos bag. Boop. Test will 4. If you fail, place a doom on each cultist enemy and take a horror, 2 horror instead of more curse tokens were revealed. Okay. Test will 4. I have 3 of those. I'll throw in this cherished keepsake because I don't think I'm going to need it right now, and just see kind of how it goes. 4 to 4. Okay. I failed, so I'll take a horror and I'll put it on Thomas. It's time for Thomas to go. Bye, Thomas Dawson. I'm sorry, buddy. Because then I'm going to play Jacob Morrison out. I think that's going to be really, really valuable here. What was that called? Secret Gathering? Even swimming through the cavern, the walls shudder and thrum with power as whatever is being awakened down in the depths starts to stir ever so slowly. Mythos phase ends. I'm sorry, Thomas Dawson. Ya dead? Oh, and hang on, I have to add curses, right? Thomas was a cultist after all! Oh no, I just take a horror. Okay, that's fine. First action, though. It's your friend and mine, Jacob Morrison, the Coast Guard captain. I think as Silas emerges, so I'm going to take these 2 actions simultaneously, I'm moving to another flooded cave location, which is this left one, crosshair. And I think as he emerges here... You son of a bitch, it was the right place. I can't believe it, Hare. Underground river can't be fully flooded. He emerges, gasping for air, and reaching down a hand towards him. The smiling, bright face of Jacob Morrison. The man who took him out to the Lair of Dagon, or to the Lair of Dagon. He took him out to Devil Reef, who drove with them. No, this is He's in the present day. He's not in the past. I don't think I've used him in any of the past scenarios. A face that Silas recognizes and yet somehow does not. Jacob Morrison just smiles. Headcanon here. Jacob Morrison knows that in the future he will meet and help Silas, so he went back in time to, like, help Silas again. That's what I think. All right, last action. We got to get these clues, boyo. After the underground river is revealed... Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We got to get these 2 clues. I have 2 intellect against the 4 of this location. That's okay, because I also have a look what I found. I'm gonna... Do I want to commit unexpected courage? Yes, I do, because I have Silas's ability. Taking... Oh, it's a good point, Cthulhu. Yes, it was partially flooded, and then it became flooded, but I had still entered something. Widdershins for the win. Oh, Aragorn. Widdershins, great word. Silas reaches out and grasps Jacob's hand, pulling him up. My hope is that basically Jacob will have found something useful here. I'm investigating 4 to 4, and I'm just kind of fingers crossed here. -2 is perfect, because I fail. Oh. But then I Jacob Morrison. Oh, no, actually, sorry, I don't Jacob Morrison. I look what I found. That's what I meant. Look what I found. Fail by 2 or less. Discover 2 clues. That is excellent news. And the courage goes away. Oh, I didn't know that. Really cool, Crosshair. Is that an older episode, or is it one of the sort of like quote-unquote newer ones? Of course I could, because I would be at 0 to 4, and I could do that. Look at you. Look at you, Cthulhu. Thank you. What's the sort of crux of the episode, Crosshair, if you don't mind spoiling it a little bit for those who haven't seen it? Jacob Morrison reaches down, grasps Silas's beefy arm, hauls him up onto the sort of rock face, smiles, and he just says, "I've been waiting for you, sailor. Come on. We've got to stop those horrible people from doing what it is they came to do." And he holds out... what does he hold out? He holds out a small... yes, of course we can, Aragorn. So I think you're kind of... That is actually a pretty good description. It's like a jade statue, Aragorn. But it does kind of look like a toddler in a gorilla costume. Oh, okay, cool, okay. See, that's the thing, Crosshair. Yeah, we watched Eccleston, and then I think some or most of Tennant, and then we kind of fell out of it. It was a few years ago. It does kind of look like it, though, Aragorn? Jacob Morrison holds out a small stone, another one of these small stone engravings with words in a language that Silas can't read, but Jacob seems to understand. He also has a small flintlock pistol, which is clearly a relic from a few hundred years ago, and a small quantity of dynamite. He smiles. "Let's go disrupt those bastards. I don't know, let's go disrupt those cultists, shall we?" Enemy phase, no ready enemies on the board. Upkeep draws us a card, gains us a resource. It's the other unexpected courage. Readies the statue as well. We go to 3 out of 6 doom. Come on, Silas, buddy, you got this. No, of course, Crosshair, I love it. I'm just so courageous, weirdness. And we draw an encounter card. Esoteric Ritual. Well, that's not good. So this is obviously... This is the... This is part of the ritual's power from down below, seeping up into the cave. A light begins to engulf them, and the water begins to bubble and boil almost instantaneously. Test Will 4. If you fail, choose and discard 2 cards from your hand, or discard an asset you control. If curse tokens were revealed, do both. I'm not I'm not so mad at that, because I'm probably not going to pass. Stop it, Silas. How many blessed tokens are in the bag right now? I'm full up, so committing Signum Crucis does nothing. But I'll commit a Courage to go 4-4 because you never know. See, good thing. Good thing it's a big old. Oh boy. Oh god, the curses, they're catching up with me. Oh. Do I do that? Yeah, I do. Do I Covenant here? Yes, I do, because a curse was revealed. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we Covenant, which means I remove a Bless and a Curse from the bag. We pass on the nose because of the Courage. Silas grabs Jacob and they flee from the chamber before the water begins to boil up over the edges of the river, scalding some of the rock. Oh, of course, Audio Gunner. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the weekend as well. Great to see you. Thanks for dropping by, Doomed. We are almost through the scenario, team. I can feel it. I can feel it coming to a horrible, horrible end for us. But my hope is that it's not. Ooh, whoop! Thank you. Cthulhu, I literally was just thinking it as I saw Spin that Captain. Yar, 'tis Jacob Morrison, the Coast Guard Captain, and the blessed sailor Silas DeHunk. I love his eagle tattoo. Fucking redonkulous. Do you think he shaved his chest before he got that tattoo? Who am I kidding? Of course he did. All right, let's party. 3 actions to get down into the lair. That makes the most sense, right? We're doing it. We're going down into the lair, and then we're going to figure out how to spend these 3 clues. It's a birthmark. Oh my god, his hair makes an eagle? Oh, shit. Osh. And how do you explain that treasure trail? Oh, that's just his pubic hair. Can't really stick around. I know, Crosshair. We gotta get in there and get her done. So, Silas, 1, 2, 3 into the Lair of Dagon with the slumbering ancient one. Now, before I flip it, this weather is inexplicable. It's true, actually, Weirdness. I do find his outfit quite ridiculous. I love the slicker over like a full-on 3-piece suit. Like, if y'all can't see that, there's like a full 3-piece suit under there. I love his binoculars too. What a guy. Okay, focus, Scott. We gotta disrupt this goddamn thing. Oh, there's 3. Oh, come on. Scheisse. There's 3 clues on here. Ah, you dumb fuck. Oh, it's funny. Okay, it's fine. After you enter the Lair of Dagon, test your lowest skill, 3. If you fail, take a horror. Ooh, when you're a Coast Guard captain, you dress for the job you have and the job you want. Boom, slicker over the 3-piece. Let's fucking do this. I can't. I don't want to fail this test. I'm going to test willpower. I have 2 willpower versus the 3 of the test that it wants me to take. I am going to keep some of my delicious icons. Correct, Crosshair. I don't want to fail this one either. I will not use the Favor of the Sun here. I will commit... I'm going to commit Signum Crucis to the test, which adds a singular blessed token to the bag, bringing me back up to 10 total. As Silas looks out into the depths of this enormous underground cavern with with carvings in the stone walls around, he can see in the depths below him, through the crystal clear but somehow dark water, the form of a massive creature. One of the ancient ones, one of the deep ones to be sure, but larger than anything he's ever seen, perhaps even larger than the town of Innsmouth itself. It floats in the water, serenely, and Silas has to suppress a scream. We're testing, now I have 3 to 3, and I think I'm just going to go for it. Yeah, wish me luck, team. No. I'm putting in perseverance. I'm putting in perseverance. 5 to 3. Wish me luck. Bless. Oh my god. Ah, scheisse. I can't. Okay. I can't use Ancient Covenant. I already... When did I use Ancient Covenant? Yes, Aragorn, I do remember that. That's fine. I used Ancient Covenant during the Mythos phase, probably, right? What was the Mythos phase? Esoteric Ritual, yeah, sure. So, those were the days. Okay. Math, 3, 5 to 3. Boop. Cultist, 0, reveal an additional token. -2. I think we're good because I had 3 to 3. Yes. Remove a bless token from the bag. All we had to worry about was royal rooms and jiggling doorknobs. How dare you, Aragorn? I'm practically married. Thank you. Okay. Success. We do not fail the test. We don't take the horror. We don't put a resource on Dagon. And we breathe a sigh of relief. Wait. That was the end of my turn. Yeah, yeah, what the hell? I just never spent my actions. That's why I'm all confused. Okay. Enemy phase. No woken enemies. Old silly Jakey and T-Daws. Yeah, basically crosshair. Eureka. Draw a card and gain a resource. Oh god, it's happening. It's happening, team. I think we're basically drowning down here, so like, you know, bear with me. We go 4 out of 6 doom, and we draw an encounter card. Oh, SpaghettiOs. Fulfill the oaths. The chanting starts to come from upstairs again. Oh boy. If it is Act 3, test Agility 3, then Combat 2, then Intellect 2. For each of these tests you fail, take a damage. Jacob Morrison, my friend, I think you're about to be in trouble. It's actually okay. I've got some bandages. I can patch myself up. And I think Jacob's going to be... I need to keep Jacob around. But, you know, I think... I'm just going to take these tests on the chin and see how they go. You know? Failing all 3 would stir up some trouble. Stirring up trouble. Because I want to keep these for the next tests. I think that's going to be really, really key. 4 to 3. I'm just going to do them. I'm just going to test them. Silas's natural, innate ability to get out of trouble and survive is going to kick into gear here as cultists begin to file down the stairs behind him. Can he find a hiding place in time? 4 to 3. Oh, I see, Cthulhu. You're absolutely correct. Ooh, I didn't think that through, did I? Okay. So that's a huge fail. We're going to remove a curse from the bag. That's 1 resource on Dagon. You're absolutely right, Cthulhu. I didn't even think about it. Time to sacrifice another leg injury. Whoa! Ah! Oh, boo. So I can still commit cards to tests, right? Like I can still... And maybe I will. So that'll be 1 damage. Yes, Jeff, with the key in hand, Silas only needs to succeed 2 tests, because the key will get him a free clue placement. So I need to succeed at 2 tests, and hopefully not fail all of these as well. One of them is a shoo-in because of Favor of the Sun. So I think I can afford to go ham on one of these tests. So let's just do 4 to 2 in the combat. 4 to 2. That's also a fail, because that skull is a doozer. Okay, 2 damage and 2 resources on Dagon. Guys, I'm in trouble. Third test is an intellect test, which is real bad for our good friend Silas. I'm gonna put Eureka and Unexpected Courage into it, and God have mercy on my soul. 5 to 2. I should just use Favor of the Sun here, right? It'd be foolish to not do that. Because then I don't get totally messed up, It's just so silly. Because then how am I going to pass my other tests? Well, with Eureka, I guess, and Unexpected Courage. Yeah, I gotta do it. It's... Exactly. I don't know what Dagon does, so we gotta pass it. The Favor of the Sun pulls out the win for us just so briefly. I take 2 damage. One of them goes on... 2 of them go on me, and one of them gets healed, whoops, with bandages. Oh yeah, it's true. Dagon's a big sleepyhead. Roger Twy, you go first. You go poke this fucking massive beast and you tell me what's going on, okay? Oh, you mean the perseverance in the bin, Crosshair? Oh, you mean the perseverance I threw away already? Scott, you beep. I know, Crosshair. It's literally every scenario except that one scenario where I needed it and I kept it. But most of them, I threw it away for the will icons. And I think I'm glad I did, because it helped me pass a test, so I'm okay with it. Investigation phase. Team, here's the deal. Test will or agility 3. If you succeed, place one of your clues on the current act. You may spend a key to place one more of your clues on the current act. So we're going to do it. We're going for it. We're fucking putting everything in here. We've got 4 agility, 5 with Eureka. Oh, obviously, and Jacob Morrison can pass things for us as well. 5 to 3. We're gonna put courage in and hopefully maybe use Silas's ability if we have to or whatever. Okay? Oh, free trigger. Handlithlay statue as well, because I don't remember how many curses and blesses there are. There's no curses. Balls. All right, well, that's fine. Agility 4, 5, 6, 7 to 3. Awaken the Godzilla toddler. Don't you dare, Aragorn. 5 to... Whoa, hang on. Whoa. 4 agility, 5 Eureka, 6, 7 to 3 is perfect. Success. So I'll keep... No, I'll exhaust Jacob, and I'll take the thing back to hand here. Okay. I'm spending the key. I'm putting 2 of my clues on the act. Oh my god. I think this is... In my mind, this is Silas and Jacob setting like huge dynamite charges to disrupt the what are they doing? What do you ritual, classic, yeah. Disrupting the ritual by placing massive dynamite charges, which of course will awaken Dagon. So, you know, bad news basically. Place one of your clues on the current act. You may spend a key to place one of your clues. Great. And then Eureka fires. 1, 2, 3. I get to search the top 3 cards of my deck for something that's useful. Oh, baby. Fast. Favor of the Sun. Oh my god. 3 blessed tokens on thing. It is clutch, except my Covenant is currently... but it will ready Jacob Morrison, so that's good. It literally weirdness. It is wild. So here we go. Last action. Second action. We're going to do it again. We're not going to wake Dagon here, folks. We're going to test Agility 3 again. I have 4 agility. 6 with Unexpected Courage. I'm going to exhaust Favor of the Sun to reveal a blessed token, which takes me up to 6, 8. Yeah, I ready him after I reveal a blessed token, so I just did. In fact, I should put the blessed token here. Yeah, why not, right? Yeah, for sure. Let's do it. Down to 0 fucking resources. Incredible. I can't add that many, so I'll just do that. Actually, I'll do that, sorry. There were 3 on the Favor of the Sun. I would have played Keep Faith first. Oh no, there's a free trigger here. So perfect. Yeah, great, done. 0 cards, 0 resources, all the luck. 4 agility. 6 with the courage. 8 with the bless. Team, we're 8-3 on this agility test to try to, I think, set some dynamite or something. Two, three, four, five, six. Jacob Morrison. I think that's good. Let's just check that again, shall we? 4 agility, 6 with the courage, 8. I released a blessed token to go to 8-3, -6, -1 for each key on this card. And Jacob Morrison. Oh, that's a good point, Cthulhu, but there we go. And Jacob Morrison passes us the test. We place a 3rd clue on the act. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jacob Morrison. Yay! If there are 3 clues on this act, advance. Act 3B, rebirth. A sudden stillness permeates the chamber. The only sound you hear is the gentle rippling of the reflecting pool inside the cult's hidden lair, and the pounding of your own heart in your chest as you struggle to understand what you've seen. Whatever ritual the Order was performing has been disrupted by your hand. Again, maybe not dynamite. We'll figure out what they did. Maybe Silas just killed a bunch of people. I don't know. Agent Dawson does not look relieved. Okay, right, he says through choked breaths. His hands shake as he lowers his weapon. Come on, quickly, we have another task to perform. Another task? You have no idea what Dawson is talking about. He notices your confusion and shakes his head. No time to explain, follow me. Then, a fuzzy darkness overtakes your memories. Incredible. In your campaign log, record, the Order's ritual was disrupted. No problem. The Order's, capitalized, ritual was disrupted. If Dagon Deep in Slumber is in play, in your campaign log, Dagon is what I read. In your campaign log, record Dagon still slumbers. Exactly. Crosshair. This is the thing about Arkham. That's always a possibility. Which well, there are some things that you can do that remove that possibility even, which is great. But, like, I appreciate that. I think from a storytelling perspective, the idea that I know that even with all of the blesses and all of the luck, that Cthulhu, I appreciate you keeping track, because that is correct. 0 Elder Signs, 2 Tentacles. Awful. Just ridiculous. I love a good Elder Sign. Dagon still slumbers. R1. Let's read it, because I don't know what it is, and I think I have a lot of experience to spend, and I will be buying Soak. R1. You're somewhere else now, lying on your stomach on cold, damp stone. Your arms are held tight behind your back. Uh-oh, you have no idea how you got here. As consciousness returns, your vision comes into focus. You crane your neck up to view your surroundings, but it's too dark to see anything inside your cell. I'll ask you one last time. Who sent you here? A voice asks. It is deep and husky, like the croaking of a frog. You hear the familiar, cool baritone of ancient Dawson reply. Your breath smells awful. Ever heard of brushing your teeth? Despite the sarcasm dripping from his words, his voice wavers ever so slightly. Your mockery only masks the fear that hides within. Very well. If you are of no use to us, you will be the first to be sacrificed. Your vision continues to adjust. You can just barely make out Dawson's silhouette on the other side of the cell. He is kneeling before a metal hatch in the stone floor. An elderly robed figure presses a curved knife against Dawson's throat. Someone lifts the hatch, and Dawson's eyes go wide. He gives you one last despairing look, shakes his head slowly and deliberately, and quietly slides something across the stone floor. Then the hooded figure pushes him in. In the scuffle and the low light, nobody notices the car key that skitters to a halt directly next to you. You grab the key and stuff it in your pocket just before you're shoved forward. 2 more sets of cold, clammy hands grab your shoulders, and the hooded figure slides his knife up to your neck. All you can see of his face are his wide, unblinking eyes. Osiris, these ones were found in Dagon's lair as well, another voice explains to the elderly figure in the robes. We believe they were the ones snooping around Devil Reef. The man with the knife to your throat nods. Your turn, he declares. Tell us why you've come, and perhaps we will let you go. Who sent you? What have you seen? Each investigator earns experience equal to Victory X. Don't spend any of it yet. Let's have a look, shall we? 1 from the Apostle, 1 from the Hall of the Deep. None from that lair. 1 from the Underground River. And that's it. Right? Yeah. So that's 3, which puts me up to 8, which is great. Hashtag great. If there is a suspect enemy in the victory display, record that the gatekeeper has been defeated. Well, I don't like the sounds of that. I think we're going to have to fight Joyce next time. The lead investigator must decide. Tell Osiros nothing, lie to Osiros, or tell Osiros everything. It's Silas Marsh. He's not going to say anything. He's not witty enough. He's not clever enough to lie. Exactly, Crosshair, for sure. But, Crosshair, you may notice, I think I only had... Yeah, I basically had 1 more round. So, I don't think I would have made it otherwise at that point. So I'm thrilled. I'm really thrilled with how that went. Tell Osiros nothing. Resolution 2. You remember the slow, gentle shaking of Agent Dawson's head and know what he meant by the gesture. You look up into the man's unblinking eyes, set your jaw, and say nothing. A moment of silent understanding passes between you and your interrogator. Very well. Your defiance has earned you naught but a slow, agonizing death. The metal hatch opens again. Inside you see nothing but darkness. You glare long and hard at your captor. Take what they've stolen to the lighthouse at once. Osiros commands one of the other robed figures. It is time to begin our great work. None will disrupt the Order's business ever again. Soon all will understand the natural order of life. Then he nods to your captors, and you are shoved forward. The clammy hands release you, and suddenly you are tumbling into the darkness. The last thing you feel is your head striking cold stone, and then add an Elder Thing token to the Chaos Bag for the remainder of the campaign. Yuck. That's a lot of blessed tokens in there. We'll just remove them all real quick, hey? Whee! Boop, boop. And proceed to Interlude 4, Hidden Truths. As soon as your mind returned to the present, you began formulating your plan, a plan to enter the realm of the Deep Ones and end their conspiracy once and for all. You know, this is ridiculous. You know that, right? Harper asks. You nod. Of course it's ridiculous. You spent the last 2 days on the run, chased, hunted, tormented. But you've also spent the last 2 days recovering the memories you've forgotten, and what you've seen is something you can't possibly ignore. You have seen the deity that the Esoteric Order of Dagon is named for, and you understand what the Order plans to do. The alignment of the celestial bodies in the sky, the steadily rising tides, the tumultuous fluctuating weather, the creatures emerging from the deep, all of it is tied together. You've seen it. There will come a flood, a great disaster to wipe out humanity, so only the deep remains. The great city in the reef shall rise once more and become the beating heart of all life on Earth. There are still gaps in your memory, but all of this you know to be true. All of Innsmouth is consumed by this conspiracy. The Order controlled the town through its oaths and the secret wealth it hoarded from the deep. It was no wonder they treated outsiders like yourself with such scorn. You give Harper a knowing glare. She sighs and nods. I know, it's the only way. Together, the two of you plot your course. Abandoned ships still litter the harbor of Innsmouth. Under cover of night, you must commandeer one of them, sail to Devil Reef, descend once more into the antediluvian ruins in the depths below the Forsaken Islands. That is where the other entrance to the city lies. Hanethle. Your skin prickles with cold shivers as you utter the word aloud. Don't know why you'd say it aloud. Harper grimaces, though you can sense the determination behind her steely gaze. I'm going to see this mission through, Dawson. For you. You lay out all the information you've uncovered and the relics you've obtained, despite the horrors arrayed against you. You know the way to Hanethle is sealed tight. There must be a way to gain entrance. Perhaps you already have the answers you seek. Unfortunately, I doubt it, but we'll find out. Check the campaign log, read each of the sections that applies to your situation. If the terror of the Devil Reef is dead, yes. The life cycle of a Deep One is listed? No. So, we killed the terror of Devil Reef, but there's no life cycle listed, so we gotta skip that. If the Gatekeeper has been defeated, no. And if we contain one of the following story assets, no. So no, that's not it. Return Thomas Dawson to the collection. We didn't earn Elena Harper, blah, blah, blah. With a fragment of your memories returned, past events have become clearer. Each investigator may now spend experience recorded under unspent experience in your campaign log. Holy shit. I think we did it. Guys. We did it. Thomas Dawson. There we go. I'll put all this away later. Success. Holy shit. No, I'm just kidding. Sometimes you just need a good, healthy dose of blessings of the sun, you know? That's correct, Crosshair. Next time, whenever the next time is, on Doomed, we're going to be looking at Scenario 8 of the Innsmouth Conspiracy, Into the Maelstrom. Not even really a qualified success. It could have been a little better, I guess, Aragwen. But no, you know what, Aragwen? I'm with you. I agree with you. We did really friggin' well. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. It was a blast, and I'm really having fun. Silas is kind of following on all cylinders. Dagon did not awaken. I have a feeling next scenario is going to be like, go into the chamber and kill the Elder God. Like, how are we going to, I don't know. Awake and enraged Dagon sounds bad. Weirdness, correct. Aragwen, I'm going to show you again really quick the image here. This is the slumbering Dagon. I know you don't look like this, but this is a bit of what I imagine when I imagine you and your hoard of gold. It's this or Smaug, but I imagine this more because I feel like you like... because I feel like you like water, you know what I mean? Like, you're just like, you're sitting on your pile of gold, but like under the water. Sometimes I like to weevil. What? I hope that's okay, Aragwen. I hope you're not insulted. It's all fun around here. Thanks, folks. Tomorrow, no stream on RPG Clinic on Sunday, because we're taking it as one of our Sundays to prepare for Blades in the Dark, which is coming up in several Sundays' time. 4 Sundays' time, I think. October the 16th, rather. A little mini campaign run by yours truly with different facial hair. And, of course, jump on to Discord for all the updates. I'm really looking forward to continuing this, streaming more Doomed, and, of course, something new on Tuesday. What? I don't know. Maybe we're going to go back. Maybe we'll go back and continue Disco Elysium. I'm not sure. But thank you so much for joining me, folks. It's been a lot of fun. I'm going to go find something to eat, and I'm going to celebrate my victory in style, the only way I know how, flexing my muscles and using blast tokens to succeed. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Peace. Bye.